Gizzy to the beaches of Maryland. We cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5 FM. New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM. From the top of Wologisi to the beaches of Maryland, we cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5 FM.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Man, James on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morocco, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Funjama, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat kepa, congratulate my brother, to spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you got today?
Spoon TV.
Yes, what you got today?
Spoon TV. Spoon
A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Man, James on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon.
And of course, you tune to Spoon 107.5 FM. For those of you listening to us via Fabric 101.1 FM, pleasant night to you here in Liberia. It's 4 minutes after 8 p.m. Today is Tuesday, the 11th day of June 2024. Wherever it is you're listening to us from across Liberia, we'd love to say a pleasant night to you. To those of you watching us via Spoon TV on Facebook, better still via Spoon Talk on YouTube, and so many other outlets that do share and simulcast our program. We love to say good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you. That is wherever you're listening to us from. This is the nation's number one talk. This is the Spoon Talk. This is the show where when you pass in the test you are playing it, the passenger to listening to it in your ear, then the other woman, the other side got a button phone to her ear too, then somebody playing it on big speaker. You say, what? Spoon Talk is everywhere. There's a reason you love this show, because we provide you the information with twists, turns, and everything in between. This is why Spoon Talk is your number one show here in Liberia. I do see Dr. Richardson is sporting, they can call it, the guy told me the name of the hair, kinky wig or something of that sort. That I really didn't know the name, but it's like Afro, like, probably, I think it's kinky wig or so. And if I remember the name, fine. Anyways, Dr. Richardson, you look beautiful in the background. Once you're ready, just give me the thumbs up. We'll definitely bring you on. You can bring yourself on anyway. So Dr. Richardson is here. Pleasant afternoon to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Diamond. You're trying to throw my hair business out to the public, right?
But no, but Dr. Richardson, you didn't wear the hair and tie with heater. You wore the hair nicely so that we can see it now.
Okay, I bought it so that my own hair. That's true. Dama, being a culturally diverse woman, we get the opportunities, the beauty of being Black. You can tie your hair up, especially if you're Liberian. You can wear different things. So we got a lot of people who are Caucasian around us. Sometimes they can't do anything with their hair or whatever. So every time they go, is that your hair? I'm like, yeah, it's mine. I bought it, So every day I get a question every week, is that your hair? So it's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, the orangey, You got me the quote.
She got
copy.
it. Copy.
Yeah.
Copy the code.
Mr. Dwalu,
Yeah, my man.
what's up, Chief?
We here to our people across the country, across the world. I'm found Dr. Francine, you out there in Jersey. You're not in Jersey, are you? You are in Jersey. Okay. Yeah.
So you join. You won't come back to poor country.
No, I come in. Oh, my daughter, I'm program down. So I'll be coming out there. When you open up, you got to make sure you set up everything. And the manager has to get trained, so I had to train them myself and try to put these guys on queue. The place is getting gradually packed. People are coming in. Oh, you didn't get food 12 o'clock now. I say 12 o'clock now. I say you can't get food. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can be looking for food.
And the soup you want it there. If it will go to Bagia,
I gotta there. I'm making a stop.
Yeah, you gotta make a stop. The best go soup right now. Yes, the best go soup. So whatever is out there, if you're selling,
I got fufu with a soup. You got me. I can't eat that.
I said fufu with soup, go soup, everything there. So if you want, you get it. And another thing I did do, Dr. Francine, for the next 6 months, all the drinks will be cheaper, by anywhere from $50 to $75 cheaper than the regular price.
Market penetration.
It's called marketing. It's called market entry.
Yeah.
So we don't drink alcohol. We can drink our juice a bit cheap too.
No. Also, too, guess what? Now I imported some hard liquor, the cognacs, the Baileys, everything is there. So if you want your shot, you get it too. If you want a top level drink, it's up to you too.
Damo. Damo, I hope you are listening. So what Dwalo is telling you is for the next few months, the drinks will be cheap.
Yeah.
Once he start getting all the customers, he increase the drink price twice the total price, and y'all pay for all.
You're not going to increase
y'all
it.
Pay back for all.
Yeah.
The cheap
Bring
y'all
your
pay for all.
Snarling. Come check it out.
But
if you got 2 drinks, you can sleep over 2.
You see how the advertisement is a one-stop shop for you. Drink half price.
So
you can sleep there. You need to go.
Yes, support our
game too. There are massive screens there as well. Watch the football game while you chillaxing,
Don't worry, when I come back, we'll have a welcome back party for me there.
Yeah, we'll have a welcome back party.
Wow, I like that idea. Is that for them go to Boli, right? They're going to camping. People
get no that
you can't camping right now.
Waiting for camping time.
No.
I don't campaign. I don't need a campaign in Bopolo anymore. I campaign outside of Bopolo because they don't know me outside of Bopolo. But inside Bopolo, I have lived a well life there. I've lived.
What happened before the past election? You were living there, and what happened when you were living there?
I always win. in Bopolo.
So, Mr. Kennedy, based on the fact that your numbers are high in Bopolo,
outside Bopolo.
You don't want to know the terrain. So wherever you take me, where I'm going to talk for you.
Right. Mr. Kennedy just said what Senator Conan said, that he's popular in Bopolo and he should rather run for a representative.
No, that's not what Senator Conan said. That's not what he said.
He always winning in Bopolo.
Mama, why y'all made it sure about me all the time, man? I don't like that.
We're running your campaign.
I come here to talk national issues, not to talk about myself.
We're running your campaign small for you. Maybe you're on the show.
You're not gonna win that kind of way. Most of them did not even reaching to a certain part of Bapolo. It only stopping maybe in Bapolo and Bama.
That what you think?
I've lived there, Dr. Francine. Even in Bopolo right now, you don't have internet for most of the time. You pay your 3 days. Sometimes 1 month there's no Lone Star or Orange network there. I agree. But the radio goes to certain area also. The people are really constrained there. Yeah, the radio are accessed only in certain area.
Anyway, Talu says
when we like you will be fixing that, right?
You know, he want to. I will send you all of what I've done. That the question you want to ask, why you're tangible? That the tangible thing can make you
right.
They keep asking tangible. What's the tangible?
Tangible and sustainability.
Listen, tangible. Any smart man who wants to run in Liberia, he knows they're going to ask for tangible. So he goes and start building schools. He start digging wells. He start carrying people to clinic. He start putting people qualified or not. That word tangible in your mind, you're going to let the guy say, oh, there's a guy who are passing around and doing well and doing water. You don't look at how competent you are to even represent them. You only look at tangible. So the man pour all the tangible, you go vote for him, then he can't deliver because he's not giving you tangible. We need Liberians, we need to review the way we select people. Tangible is not about digging wells. The first time I heard a well and hand pump was when I did public health. The first hand pump I heard of was the Broad Street hand pump. Anybody who did public health, they know about the Broad Street hand pump in London that was spreading typhoid in the city. So they had to shut that hand pump down. In 1863, people are still building hand pump in Liberia. If I became senator, I would never build hand pump. We'll do a pipe on water.
Listen to the voice of Mr. Kennedy. That's all we'll say.
You say who entered Bapolo in 1622 again?
No, he say England.
No, he said something yesterday about 1622.
Oh, that was Salvatore Camara. Camara. It was 1822, not 16. 1822. You know, Bopolo district was older than the Republic of Liberia. You know that. Yeah, they are history.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to be paying me. No, Senator, you need to be paying me for teaching history lesson here. To be honest with you.
I'm a time to talk, right? I'm a time to talk.
Dr. Francine, don't ask me.
Dr. Francine, I'm a time to talk.
Don't get time to talk, yeah. Dr. Francine, don't get time to talk.
Duano, how you doing? You know, let me say this. Yeah, Duano, thank you very much. I see that you and your brother Damo in great.
What was that? Is that you're going to talk about a particular thing?
Yeah, everybody see that you're feeling great tonight. Let me say this. Welcome to the show. Everything you just heard from Paul Kennedy, those are the reason why he cannot win election in Bapolo County. Everything you just heard from Paul Kennedy. 1622, 1915. You don't want to bear hand Paul. You bear hand Paul. The people say they want you. You bear the hand Paul, they want you. You want bear, they want you. I mean, the only way, and I don't want to go back, folks. The only way you can settle, say that.
Who said that way?
Who said the we?
The way you're about to talk about. Is it
That's what I'm saying. There's a way similar right unto the man. Only one way. Jesus Christ, when he came, he said, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. No man go to God. You got to pass through me. Amara said, for this guy to win election in Babylon, you got to pass through Amara.
He doesn't want
to hear it. And folks, let me say this. Folks, let me say this. I say these things because I know. You cannot go to heaven except you pass through Jesus Christ. No other way to go. Hey, today is Bible study. I went preach a message today. No other way. You cannot, listen, people are going to get mad because I'm a Christian. I will defend my Christianity. But only one way I believe to go to heaven is through the Son. Because he's the way. He's the truth and he's the life. For this, our young brother, Paul K. Kennedy, to win even a sweeping job in Buffalo County, it must go through Amara.
Jesus.
Only way you will see inside the capital.
He cannot. Listen, there is no way. And folks, let me say this to y'all. Y'all cannot, listen, when you start the show, y'all look at how you look at me. Y'all cannot sit on the show and say I'm making a mistake. Amara Conan is the way when you talk about Buffalo County. Amara Conan is the true son of Buffalo County. Power man from Buffalo. Grandparents from Buffalo. Amara Conan determined.
Push your fire top. No.
I'm not. I've been thinking, I've been hearing Paul Kennedy talking. I love my brother Paul Kennedy when you're on the show. I've been hearing Paul Kennedy talking, and you know, people say that's true. I've been hearing Paul Kennedy saying, Uncle Sam now glad to hear and say, I will vote for you, I will support you. How you call him, Musa Belete King, and say, I will support you. No, they cannot. Uncle Sam, what he's doing right now, he's going to Liberia to go to Grand Bassa County to see reason if Dillon can ever run in Grand Bassa County. Uncle Sam is a consultant for Dillon, making the way for Dillon in Grand Bassa County. So we leave the other story alone. Uncle Sam cut short his vacation because he's on a mission. Like Mr. Dualu doing a lot of stuff in Liberia. Dualu from Grad, I heard your story. I'm not going to talk it. But let me deal with Paul Kennedy today.
How long will stay your more today?
Let me deal with Paul Kennedy. No way, no one way Paul Kennedy can win any position. He has to go to America. He got to get on his knees. He got to pray. He got to fast. He got to say, brother, we are one.
He said nothing, Paul.
Yes, Daddy. It is saying that true. Can we start the show now?
No, I got some more to say. No, man, it's not even 4:30 yet. I got some more to say. No, it's not 4:30 yet. It's not even 8:30 yet.
Go ahead.
I got some more to say. Just a moment.
Say everything you know about me. Say everything. Jolu, let me say
everything about me talking.
You know about me. Say how you used to cut the road to 19 Blueberry Lane and come beg you for food.
Senator, I got a question for you though.
Yes, sir.
When Mr. Kennedy goes to Senator Amara Conan, does he have to take a goat or a cow or like a chicken, or he just will beg you?
No, traditionally, what Amara told me, right? Yeah. All Kennedy need to do, first of all, come on social media and openly apologize. That's one. The first thing. That's one. Okay. The first thing. Yeah. Two. And you have to admit that everything Amara said on one-on-one with the CEO was true concerning Hip Hop Kennedy. Then Amara will go to the traditional people in Buffalo County. Now Paul will go to the traditional people in Buffalo County. To what, you leaving? Oh, you working today?
Hello. I was telling Glenny hello.
But you're not working today, right?
No.
Okay, so you were us. Okay, don't distract us with Glenny basically, please. Let me go and answer.
Now you don't want no Paul. Now you know Paul, so we're listening to you. We will know him. We know him. Now you know him. So
when you start knowing Paul Kennedy?
Yeah, that you know Paul. Explain it.
No, let me explain you and Paul Kennedy relationship through that girl.
We scared. We scared. Don't mess me up.
Oh, you were trying? You were trying?
It was bad.
Yeah, boy, you really let you know, okay, so I beg you.
But folks, we want to welcome every one of you. This is what we do best. Look at Al Hussein, UJ Fadika, Mr. Kibi, best friend, UJ Fadika, Ambassador Kibi, best friend. We want to welcome everyone to the show, a wonderful show. I said something the other day and people think it was a joke. It's not a joke. What I said the other day was very concerning. I'd like to tell every one of you today that Asido was traveling, like Paul Kennedy, he's in America. Asido, want to welcome you. Thank you for coming back after 3 years, serving under the George Monawea government. I spoke to Asido today. His children so happy. They were all jumping around in the house. And, Asido is so relieved. He's so happy. He will be joining us later today. He's in Minnesota, by the way. He was eating a very nice food, something he didn't pay for the very first time in a long time. He's relaxed. He got good internet. Electricity is super, so no interruption. And this is why we are here. And, this is what makes this country great, Mr. Dwalu, to be frank. I'm happy to see the young man coming now. Asido will be regular on the show, and he will make the case. So, Dwalu, to your question, I was told to leave. Paul Kennedy and Amara, they will settle the things. Those are brothers from Papalo County. So I do not want to get into it, but I want to welcome. I will get into it tomorrow, just a little bit. I got something else to say, but I will keep it with more.
You get into it every day, so I'm used to it now. You can start the show with me. Listen, I try to leave the show early because the man start the show with me and end the show with me. What have I done wrong?
Running campaign here.
Because you went against my friend Amara Kone. That's the only
that was
wrong.
The wrong thing. All right, I see.
But I think we're going to take 30 minutes and talk about the diamond, that the accusation of the diamond concerning Gessler, the former land mass minister, and that of Musa Dean. We were told that they illegally took the people's diamonds and they sold it for $12.something million. I think these are the guests we have here, Mohammed Kamara and Bill Smith, I believe. We'll spend 30 minutes with them. The lawyer, Serena Cephas, will be with us on Friday, I think, and he will make another case and talk to us about the legal proceeding. But the people found the diamond, Dwalu. They found the diamond. We ran with that story before. And the government took the diamond. And they sold the people diamond and they didn't give them the money. I don't know what part of the law it is. But we got a lot of story coming up. A lot. Amara Kone submitted the MedTech and CTN findings from his committee. It's damaging, folks. It's damaging. They are scheduled to do a full hearing discussion on it on Monday. They invited the National Port Authority Managing Director, who will be our guest on Sunday, one-on-one with the CEO. He will be joining Kachama and I on Sunday. He will be our guest. And to tell you the truth, folks, I don't know where we are with MedTech and CTN as the government pushed to drop all charges against them. But read the MRI report. We also want to discuss public work. Why they lifted the sanction, the hold on Western Cluster. And not only that they lifted the hold on Western Cluster, folks, they have increased the capacity of which Western Cluster can ship iron ore all over the country. We had the first issue they didn't address. They stopped Western Cluster for a few days. Roland Guinness from Public Works came and said, we're going to lift up the ban, the date, and they increased the capacity from 30 to 45. You can go ahead and do more than what the Liberian people are accusing you of. We'll share the document with you. Our show yesterday also talked about the removal of Speaker Funati Kofa. Guess what happened today? Nathaniel Magay went to make peace between Funati and Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala, Dixon Sibo, and the rest of them. It's all white tea, black hat. It's not true. It's not true peace. You remember when they went for a peace accord in Ghana, or yes, somewhere in Yamoussoukro, either Ivory Coast or Ghana. Then Prince Johnson went in the men's bathroom and met Harry Morbach, the former vice president, the late, may so rest in peace. So now Prince Johnson entered that bathroom and met him. He started screaming. And the security came said, what happened? He said, Prince Johnson in the bathroom. They said, about a men's room. And the rest of the story, you know. What is happening in our country is bad. They want to remove Funati Kofa. So they were forced today to go to a peace accord. And that peace accord was chaired by Senator Nathaniel Miguel. But they are still insisting to remove Senator Funati Kofa. We got a lot of story coming your way. We want you to please join us, share our program. Let's have fun, folks. It's no hard feeling. Don't get mad with me. Don't get mad with anyone. We're just going to have fun and give you the best information that you need. The best information. Do you know how much the government paying? And this will make Dualu so mad. Do you know how much the government paying for 1 year lease agreement for the Justice Ministry building? If any of you can tell us today, you will cry for our country why the government cannot own their own building, Dualu. Dualu. Mr. Dualu, why the government paying lease on this building and still? For 1 year, if the government can just build their own.
Senator, I left a government building last week, and I heard what is being paid there. The thing is, most of these are literally intentional because people benefit from this, and you know, people that you think will know better to say, you know what, wrong, having our own house is better than having to be there, Nathaniel McGill, get 2 houses and still renting. We have to look. I don't know when we take the issue of governance serious in this country. The government of the Republic of Liberia, with over $700 million budget in a span of 200 years, does not occupy its own building in every capacity. Look, since I want to add this on before I give it back to you, the most recently built ministerial complex, the whole place dirty. The building you see it, just say that somebody take dirty water and waste it on it. Nothing, everything is breaking apart. You got so many ministries in that building, and nobody. I don't think they have a maintenance team. If you ask me, you're not supposed to talk it when you talk it. They say, "Oh, they may want to let you know more." Government buildings do not have maintenance crews. There should be an entire wing of the government dedicated to making sure government ministries are up to standard. While we still renting, it beats my. How long to take you take $1 million and build a government ministry? Senator, do you know how much you spend every month?
We're not there yet. I want us to brush. Listen, guys, Eduardo, the reason why I call your name, because I just want us to tell the Liberian people their taxpayer money, right? Their taxpayer money, their own money. The Justice Ministry paying $254,000 every year for that building. As a wise person, as a unique individual, that only the Justice Ministry, a lot of ministry out there.
Yeah.
Why will you give those owners $254,000 or $300,000? Why can't you just borrow from the bank? Even if you don't have the money, build your own and pay. In 5 years, you get that building for life. But let's bring in the Damo guys. Damo, what are you doing? What's going on? You bringing your guys there on?
Yes, once you're ready, I'll definitely bring them
Let's
on.
go ahead and bring them on, and let's start the program with them because we got a lot to discuss. We're going to spend the next 32 minutes with them. Then we know we're going to have Day and the lawyer coming back on Friday. Don't forget, if you want to do business with Spoon Network, we have opened a business slot from you, Dr. Richardson. We'll talk about that every 2 days in the week prior to the Spoon Show. It will be properly arranged. Meet Dr. Richardson. We'll put the information and flyer up. You know, Glendy want to be part of it. It's up to Glendy. I don't know which business she owns, but it's up to her. But we want to say that
I own nothing. You want me to say I get horse? He asked me for business. I own nothing. I don't get horse.
You hire your business from IRS. I will tell you put the business you own. Seriously. So we want to go ahead and welcome Mohammed Kamara. Welcome to the show. Bill B. Smith. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Which one of you guys own the Damo?
I'm Mohammed Kamara. I own the Damo.
Give a little story on the Damo, sir, and then we'll ask you a question. Then we'll know who Bill is. Then, because I know Serena Seaforth is coming with you guys on Friday or Saturday, then we'll get into it. But you guys are welcome on Spoon. Tell us a little bit about this wonderful Damo.
Thank you very much. This Damo, I'm the founder of this Damo. But when I found this Damo, there was no manor around. And the diamond was taken from me from Bapulu County to Morovia, unknown to me. Because I took the diamond, I showed it to a friend. Something that you are not seeing before. I have not seen such diamond before. So I took it to be common rock. I showed it to a friend that I trusted. He the one that took the diamond away from me, brought it to Morovia, and placed it into those people's hand. And those people are one at Baku, second Tunkara. They received the diamond. And since from that time up to now, I've not seen this diamond with my eye. I followed them to Morovia. After they brought the diamond, I came to Morovia. I entered Morovia here. I know I lay out on the diamond. They brought me and said, oh yeah, this is the man that found this diamond from Bapulu County. Okay. But they kept me somewhere. See the diamond you found? It's not a small diamond, but remain silent. We don't want you to be out. Because this diamond be somewhere, will keep you somewhere. When the diamond news go, it will be a problem for you. That's how they persuaded me. In sense, in common sense, though. And I'm first time seeing such diamond. I've been money. I've been doing money. 1 carat, 2 carat, 3 carat. Those diamonds then do are local diamond for all. Been selling such diamond in plenty. But the identical diamond, I'm not seeing it. Even up to now, they are not weighed that diamond before me to know the total weight of the diamond. Up to now, I'm sitting to I don't know the total weight of that diamond. Unfortunately, they came, surprisingly to me, I saw a man came to voucher this diamond before me. He vouchered this diamond. I asked a question there. I said, what is the diamond you're vouchering? How you vouchering the diamond? Because as usual, when we take diamond, before selling the diamond, we can voucher it. Man, got to be present. I will have man representative present before we voucher diamond. I said, no, forget about that one. I said, no. Diamond not only belong to I alone, the diamond belong to 2 panel. Where's the man that took lesson from Ministry of Lesson Mind? I'm the phoner. And I took the diamond from some other place. You can't go like that. He said, no, leave that one alone. We will handle that. So go continually. I never understand anything into it. They took me to a place, they showed me a house. They said, we'll give you a house. But give me the house. I'm not seeing anything that shows that this house belongs to me. Like document, deed, probate, nothing like that. They left it just like that. He left, he went Guinea. He came back while I was still under their jurisdiction. I said, no, this thing, I got to take it to a higher level. I contacted my brother, Sir Joseph, including Simeon Taylor, the senator from Cape County. Simeon Taylor went into A, Sir Joseph went into A. He said, but then if we can't see that identical man, you people face problem. Still, they were resisting to bring me out. That has Sir Joseph ordered the PSU to arrest him. They arrested him, he slept in jail. The next month before they could bring him before the people. And when they brought me there, my diamond they never brought my diamond there. They only brought me and said, oh, we don't do nothing to them, man. But my brother and my family looking for me and say, oh, we hear say you kidnap them, man. Well, they can't find the family looking for them, man. And you people have them under your jurisdiction. But they can't find the family, they can't find them, man. They brought complaint to me. But thank God you're bringing me out. Later I get in connection with my family on the diamond issue. Go into the diamond business. My family came in. Yeah. Where's the diamond? Stay then, I can't see the diamond. When they show me a compound, they say, oh, we gave you the compound. There are 2 horses in the compound. Those 2 horses, they show it to me. I saw the horses, but there was no deed, nothing behind it. When we came back, I said, no, but with that issue, as usual, we will make diamond into our mining sector. We have something we call bono. If you find such diamond, they can give you bono. I need bono. I requested for that thing they call bono, as usual. All the money, make sure I learn some man. Some of them know what they call bono. Maybe some people here don't know what they call bono. But what we call bono is, like if you are a fine woman, you enter the town, they may want you. Who expect on you to love to you? Because I already getting the diamond. This man want to buy it, this other man want to buy it, this other man want to buy it. Who will come in? They came in. They gave me, upon God, they gave me 88,000.
USD or Liberty?
USD. They want to buy this diamond. I accepted it. I agree upon it. They hold fast to the diamond. The weight of the diamond, I don't know the weight of the diamond here.
Let me ask you something, Mohammed. I know your lawyer will be here on Friday. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Did they give you 88,000 USD to buy the diamond? Or did they give you, why they gave you 88,000?
It was a bonus.
Oh,
our mining setup, even if you buy 5 carat diamond on the diamond fee, we can request for bonus from the miner. Or the broker said, the both parties can pay bonus to you. They will give you money.
They give you money because they want to buy it?
Yes.
But you will not discuss buying fee prior to them giving you the money?
No.
So they would just say, I want to buy your diamond, but I look at it and give you bonus fee.
Yes, as usual. That's what we do in our mining sector.
So the money they give you was free money?
Yeah, no, not free. They want to buy it from me.
So they tell you, so who they want. If you decide on the price, then we will pay this one, we'll take our bonus money back.
No, in our sector, our mining sector says, if you give a bonus in the price of the diamond, it also includes if you support me, your support will come from there, the bonus will come from there, then the price of the diamond will come positive.
Oh, okay.
Are you getting me?
So, I understand the bonus now, but the way you do it for the women empire, I understand it. So let's stick with the diamond. I understand the bonus now. So the issue about the whole bonus thing is that they gave you 88,000, and I want us to be clear though. I'm not a lawyer, but I just hope that your lawyer can come with you next time, because anything you say here, they can use it in court. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just got to remind you, anything you say, they will play the clip and say, but the man said this, the man said that. So are you okay to continue your story?
Coming?
Are you okay to continue the story without your lawyer?
Yes.
Okay.
If you understand the consequence to you if you do.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That's fine. So let me ask some questions now, because Serena will be here with you guys on Friday. You giving us some highlights on this diamond issue. The government, what the last thing they ever said to you concerning the diamond?
Thank you very much for your question. The government, the diamond was brought to at the time, it was campaign time, to the assistant minister, which is Titi Swan, Imaya Titi Swan. He received the diamond under his administration. Okay? When he received the diamond came in his office. When the investigation began, Imaya Titi Swan and myself, he get closer to me because he said, I'm the fan of the diamond. He got closer to me. But when we went into it, there was a conflict that was there. The money setup which I take the diamond from, you know, the money we have clean 1, clean 2, clean 3, clean 4, all the way upward. Okay? But nobody knew the identical clean I took the diamond from. When we went to it, I said, no, I took the diamond from clean 12. But no one asked me the alphabet of clean 12. And in the 1, 2, 3, we have the alphabet. Okay? We have clean 1, A, we have claim 2A, then we have claim 1B, we get claim 2B. They don't ask me. It happened before in my this one as lesson man ministry in your office. They say, oh, why you took the diamond? I said, I took it from claim 12. But which of the alphabet, we never went into that. Later on, when we went deeply now, I said, I took it from claim 12. And I where I took the diamond from? Claim 12. F survey. But at the time, you know, which survey the diamond came from? Hold on, let's say mine.
So what did people say wrong with your diamond, Kamara? Mr. Kamara, so what did the government say wrong with your diamond now?
Come in?
The government, what did the government tell you concerning your diamond? Where is the diamond? Who bought the diamond? How much money they gave you? Say, thank God we sold the diamond. Yeah, we no share. Can you?
Thank you. Nobody has sold the diamond and come back to me. The diamond issue, we went into A, allowed the Ministry of Lands and Mine claim the diamond because they came out to say that after our protest at the president, the former president George Weah place, he sent me to the Ministry of Justice. When I went to the Ministry of Justice, we went into A. He sent a far funding team, 11 John Security. We went Babolu for far funding. And when they came out, they said they confirmed the issue that it's from claim 12F survey. So the diamond belongs to the minor and myself. But then later on a D survey.
Let me put this. This is Honorable Geslov Murray. It was signed by Musa Dean Jr. He wrote, the Honorable Murray. We present our compliment and herewith to forward to you the investigation report into the origin and ownership of the 53.34 carat diamond found in Buffalo County. The findings of the report are that the 53.34 carat diamond was discovered and recovered in Smithtown, Bama, Mining District number 2, Lofa River Claim 12F survey. We wish to refer you to Article 22 of the Constitution, which states private property rights, however, shall not extend to any mineral resources on or beneath any land or to any land under the sea and waterway of the Republic of Liberia. So they're saying that it belongs to the government, though. What do you say about this one?
Thank you very much. I think with that issue, the minor, I'm the founder. Okay? Are you with me? I'm the founder. But I didn't got money claim. When we went to Lands and Mine come out with delinquents from the minor sound. They say it belongs to government. And we shall call the money claim. Yeah, the Lands and Mine, the Ministry of Lands and Mine offer it already. Okay? Ministry of Lands and Mine already offer it. So every property belongs there, it not belongs to the government of Liberia. It belongs to an individual that owns the place from Lands and Mine, Ministry of Lands and Mine. We went through that. They had delinquents. And the delinquents were clear, I think about 1 or 2 months, something like that. It doesn't mean if I have my car, I don't take lessons for my car. Government will take my car from me. Government will not park my car. I'll take lessons. I take my car back. But it doesn't mean they will take lessons my car from me. We went through all of this process.
Still in your mute here. I'll be the other guy going to come in for a few minutes.
Yeah, go ahead. Eduardo, take control of it. Do this, please.
Yeah, Mr. Smith, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I have nothing to say.
Okay, take a few minutes.
Yeah, I want to tell this thank you for getting on the platform today to inform the world about what is going on. And today I'm very happy to be in your studio. I want to tell the government of Tsabaga, thank you. I believe that they believe in fairness. And it's always talk about corruption. Corruption has eaten the fabric or the yoke of Liberia. Today, we are not moving nowhere. I'm disappointed in Amara Konen, the senator of Bapuru, and the representative Mustafa Werty. I'm disappointed in them. And then when the demo business came up around April or June, the first one here that my nephew, I'm Bill Smith, I'm owner of Smithtown and uncle to J. Aaron, the man who found the demo. So after he came out, we tried to trace it, and then we went to Emmanuel Titi Swan at the Nelson Man Ministry. And we asked him that we wanted to see J. Aaron. So he promised us, he said, after 2 days, we'll see J. Aaron. He brought J. Aaron to the ministry, gathered with Bagu, with heavy force around him. So when we get there, he said, okay, this is your brother. He said, you know the people. I said, yeah. He said, this is my uncle. So I request to Emmanuel Titi Swan, I say, this diamond business is in conflict. J. Aaron is a diamond boy, and this diamond came from a mining claim. So I want the Ministry of Lensman to take control of the diamond. Then after we go back, you have an inquiry set up a team that we can investigate after where the diamond came from. So Emmanuel Titi Swan look at my face and tell me, say that as far as he concerned, the where the diamond air, the Minister of Lensman does not have seal to keep the diamond. So where the diamond air, the diamond is safe. So I said, who the person say the diamond with Baku? Emmanuel Titi Swan told me that. So I said, do you know the money claim it came from? He said no. So after 2 days, they came on the make of fortune while they went and registered the diamond with government and said that the diamond came from King Toy and Westwa. So we said no. Java have not gone to Westwa to work. When Java said King Toy, they had King Toy survey in Smithtown. They had another King Toy in Westwa. So there's a guy that called that Baku is friendly with, they call Idrissa Toure. He had a King Toy in Westwa. So Baku went and registered the diamond in Westwa under his brother Manny Clean. We said no. When that argument came about, Emmanuel Titi Swan said we should leave the office. I led the protest to the president hall to Jamaica Resort. I led the protest. If you read that thing, you will see me. When the security man asked me if I have to say anything that happened, I said, yeah, anything that happened, I will take responsibility. When we went there, then that state on Jawia King, the president King was going. So who the people? He say, oh, that the people from Bapol who came to protest for the diamond. Then Carrasco said, Sekou Carrasco came out after Jawia went. So he take the poor name. I gave my name with my team. Carrasco came. He said, who the people? He said that the people that came. I said, the people are fully people, man. Then right away when he went in, then I saw Matthew Sako. He brought one all other political called CO10. How they were calling. He said, oh, the director of operation want to talk to you. So I wanted to leave I wanted to leave from the personal. In fact, your countryman. I told no, above your whatever job we put our trust in him. I didn't vote for you. You didn't come to me to ask me for my vote. So if I have problem while the minister then playing on us, I came to express it to my president, and I believe he can help us. So after 30 minutes, they said, okay, the president want to see you. So when we get in front of the gate, they say, no, you're describing the people. When I load the same for PSU Benin, they start beating us. And then they took us to the
okay, my
place.
brother.
So when after that, we went for the fact finding. The president said, we'll have a fact finding. We went for fact finding. It was discovered that the diamond came from Smithtown. When we keep to Morovia, the Minister of Lensman wrote us through the Minister of Justice saying that Jaro is the former owner of the diamond. Because the lesson of that money expired.
Okay, Mr. Smith.
So, yes,
Mr. Smith, thank you. We are
so
we've got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We can't go through everything.
Yeah. I don't want to end.
Yeah, I want you to end. You got 10 more seconds. So end it quick. Yeah.
So after that, I was surprised what it seems and spoon there were that the Minister of Lensman said that he gave Jaro 300,000 with horse and compound. It's false and misleading. That means a devil. The Lensman minister is a devil, and Musa Din is a devil. So it's not true. A false.
Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
The Minister of Lensman, I'm not seeing him.
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Go ahead, Eduardo.
I beg you, just one question. Mr. Smith now explain. But Mr. Kamau, what did you give them to somebody? What you found? What did you say you will give it to the man and you will see again?
Thank you very much for that question. Or you see, brother, I will tell you something that you are not seeing before. It will be confusable to you. I'm not seeing such right. Even my late father, I'm not seeing such right. I've been mining, but I'm not seeing such diamond. It was confusable to me. I trust you. Oh, look at this thing. What is this? You must lead me this way. Is that right? If you really have that love, my commitment to you, is that the way you're supposed to treat me?
You know.
Is that the way?
You know the issue of
Give you love?
They are coming 1 minute. You know the issue of Damo?
Oh, brother.
I know you have seen Damo. When you see big Damo, you're taking a big battle. So when he saw the Damo and began to show it to a guy called Amara, they must have been well for Baku. So when Jared didn't know our Damo. So after Amara waited Damo according to him, he showed the Damo to Musafin. Musafin saw the Damo. He let Jaro, how you get on board, he said, he come in, get on the phone.
Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith, Mr. Kamara, Mr. Kamara, it's good to have you guys. I'm on the phone with your lawyer, Councilor Serena Seafors. You guys will be coming back with him on Friday. All right. You just came to show your face to present and speak to the Liberian people that they can know you. We want to say it's good to have you. But Friday we'll go more because there's a lot of documents, a lot of accusation. We have the picture of the Damo. We have the amount they sold it for. The government said they sold it for this amount. We have that. 53.34 carats. We know that. So I'll be so comfortable having your lawyer in studio. Then we can ask some really hard questions. Okay? Everything you say right now, you own the Damo, you found the Damo, they took the Damo. We understand that. We ran with that story before. So it's good to have you. It's good to see you guys. We look forward to having this program better on Friday. All right? Bill B. Smith and Mohammed Kamara Jr., thank you for coming.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
I'm fine. My incoming senator.
Don't talk it out.
Don't talk it out. My incoming senator. I stand for you.
Don't talk it out.
Trust in the so I stand for you.
Okay, Bill, thank you. You're making things up bad.
We'll take care. Yeah.
They may get one more vote added to the 5 he received.
Yeah.
But we want to say,
I
guys,
actually have a little understanding about the Damo for Smith County. With the period of time they took the Damo to Monrovia, I was in Smith County that week. There's a speculation about it was 57.3 carats. Some people said 54 carats. But as Mohammed said, he actually did not know the value of the Damo. I had several questions to post to them, but I think, Stanton, you did the right thing. These kind of things have some legal implications, and I think I don't want them to sell themselves short. So it's better that they come with their lawyer so that when you ask questions, it can be guided so that your word cannot be used against them in court. So I think this is the right thing for them to do, because they might not understand some of the legal implications that they will be indicting themselves on this public media.
I was afraid, Kennedy, to even bring them on without the lawyer, because they would say something and they will get into that territory, of saying something just to actually squeeze them when they go to court. They are in court. So we want to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for joining Spoon. We will go into our main event. We get 7 more minutes because 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock Liberian time, we're going to talk about Western Cluster and the public work. We're going to talk about what is happening in the country. Liberians, have you ever thought the Senate can spend over $700,000 on the retreat for 2 days retreat? $700,000, almost $1 million. I mean, a lot of stuff is happening. I don't know who is a good senator anymore. I really want us to discuss it. People spending money, and then they say we are the better group. We will change this country. I just received that document. A little over 700,000 United States dollars. Your senator spent on a 2 days retreat, 2 or 3 days, I don't even know. Can you imagine? Under the leadership? Can you imagine? Have you ever asked how much each senator walking home with and saying they are doing it for
the county or the district 150,000, and the representative walking home with 100,000 for each district? Are we just paying back for our own disaster and our own frustration? Let's have a good conversation tonight, like Liberians. Let me have your intro, 30 seconds, and we get into this thing because it's 5 minutes to 5 here, 5 minutes to 9. Dr. Richardson, we'll start with you. We'll go to Glennie, Mr. Dualu, Kepo Kennedy, Hussein, and anyone else that will be joining us. Dr. Richardson.
I'm looking forward to a great show. It was great having Mr. Kamara, I believe, and also Mr. Smith. It just made me think about how rich Liberia is. The man said that he has a history of finding diamond 2-3 carats. So I thought about that and just, I couldn't help but think that. I am concerned about spending $700,000 on a retreat for a country like ours. I'm interested in knowing what did they accomplish at the retreat. If I'm told and it's measurable to spending $700, I might reconsider my thought. But at this point, $700 is a lot of money to spend for a country that is as poor as Liberia. That's what I wanted to add.
Thank you again for how many days retreat. We'll get into it. Sis Glennie, welcome to the show, Isaac Doe. You've got a different background here in the United States, but welcome to you, Isaac. Welcome to the United States, by the way, after so many years. Glennie?
Hello, everybody. It's good to be here. Looking forward to a wonderful show. Before I forget, I want to first, in my opening, to congratulate my nephew, Bien Kessley Jr. He graduated over the weekend from Cornell University with a BSc degree in biological science. I want to say it before I forget. Congratulations, young Bien. Am I at my opening? You will come to play my opening again?
Yeah, I will tell you, we'll stick to the topic.
Jesus, they make him real, I swear. Anyway, congratulations, Bien. We're so happy for you. Since my birthday coming, I want you buy my gift. Let me just tell you right now. All the hard you can give me my birthday that Thursday. I want no flour. At my opening.
So you want to go to Vegas?
Yes, please.
Okay, on the list of birthday gifts.
Yes. My birthday that Thursday. I don't want no flour. I'm not coming here on Thursday. That's my birthday. And I tell everybody, I'm not working.
So I mean the bucket list.
Look nice. I like the curtains in the back.
There's no curtain in the back.
Yeah, the curtain behind on a picture.
That picture.
When I watch the news, I said, "Oh, welcome."
At least today we can see in the background. Normally it's in one dark room, so nobody can see.
In a brown chair.
Yeah.
But
welcome to Miami.
So Miami. Who you got sending you to Las Vegas though? Who? Not my business. Oh she gone. Go ahead for sure.
Then I'll learn that trick. You want to answer questions, just remove yourself.
Mr. Duarte, you want to go ahead, sir?
Yeah. Stanton, this is very serious. So I'm going to attach a relatively high degree of seriousness to this. When we talk about $4,000 light to an entity like water and sewer, so we can dislodge the septic tanks in this country and the manhole covers in this country, we say we don't have money. When we talk about Sesto High School that have leaky roof all over the place, we don't have money. When we talk about garbage collection across this country, we don't have money. But yet and still we can find almost $1 million. Something that will literally transform the entirety of Grand Crew County substantially. And we spend it in 2 days. And what's the justification? What is it? Those Liberian people tell you something. If you don't get angry, this nonsense will continue across this country. Y'all want to sit down and you think God will descend from the heavens. Y'all sit down. This is crazy. How you take $700,000 from the people with no job creation of any kind? Everything we blame for and sweat for and talk about. Y'all repeating the same thing. What kind of retreat that you cannot do in the legislature? $700,000. Do you know what this can do to district number 4 here in Los Angeles County? We can set up a slipper factory that can hire 500 young Liberians and put them to work permanently. But nobody wants to talk about it. But we don't have cleaning supplies to de-slush manholes for $4,000. You will have the managing director crying for that money, and nobody will listen to him. But we take $700,000 to appease kleptocrats. This is crazy. Look at your daughters and your sons across this country. Anybody who have the kahunas to tell me, Mr. Dwala, you are doomsday preacher, I would say to you, look at the lives of your people. And especially if you're sitting in America and you see it is okay, come and see. No, Senator, it rained yesterday. It rained at interstate. There was another flood in this country. All the dump parking on the road, baby dapper everywhere on the main street, poop poop everywhere. You're not supposed to talk about it. Because when you talk about it, that means you don't let it people. This is nonsense. You legislators, you are Liberia's problems. You are the problem to this country. You see, we just pay that's going to be paying your O and O for nothing. How does that make sense? What are the solutions you're providing for this country? No solution. You're not supposed to talk about it. If you talk about
We're going to get into Eduardo. We're going to get into Eduardo. Thank you very much. Paul Kennedy.
Yeah, thank you, and good evening to the people of Liberia, and good afternoon to all the viewers everywhere else. I think it's going to be a great show today. There are very sensitive issues for me. The issue about the diamonds. This is not the first of its kind that diamond have left Bapulu County. But you still have people in Bapulu with deplorable roads, lack of access to healthcare, poor education system. I mean, we need to review the mines and energy laws to see how the mines and energy, and the minerals that are taken out of particular area will benefit that area. And I'll be hoping to be on this show when the councillor appear with his team, because I want to know why you would take a diamond out of a constituent. Pretty much, some of that money does not go back to the county. It's a very sensitive issue for me. But what's also sensitive is spending $700,000 on a 2 or 3 days retreat. $700,000. If you just took the rate of 192, which is the current rate, maybe in Liberia, you're talking about 134 million Liberian dollars. Let's say you're paying teachers or anybody who makes $300, you'll be paying up to 2,300 persons with that money. The money could have paid over 2,000 persons who make $300 in Liberia. 2,000 persons who make $300, and I know a lot of people don't make $300 a month. Some of them make $200, some of them make $250. But if you are paying people who make $300, you'll be paying 2,333.3333 persons for 1 month, using $700,000 on the retreat. Somebody put the retreat pictures in the chat room. From the beginning of the retreat to the end of the retreat, people were standing outside and knocking drum. One of the reasons for leaving Monrovia, the scenery, to go outside to hold a retreat is for quietude, so that you are quiet, so that you are productive, so that you are able.
Well, let's stay within the 30 minutes, my brother, because it's just an intro, Paul.
Yeah, so I'm really fascinated and will be looking forward to having a very good discussion here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me bring in Al-Hussein UJ Fadiga, please.
Stanton, I always say the devil is in the detail. As horrible as this may sound, I would like to know more about this $700,000 that was spent for retreat. Were there bonuses paid? Were there sitting fee? What was the reason? Just looking at it from face value, it doesn't make sense. But the devil is always in the detail. If there is injury in that detail, we'll also know. But in the absence of those information, it's going to be difficult to say. Everything I'm going to be doing here will be speculation. So I don't want to speculate at this time. I will wait when all the facts on the table, then I will make an informed decision.
Thank you. Thank you. Asador, can you go ahead, please? Welcome to the United States again, brother. It's good to have you on a good condition.
Well, thank you so much. It's nice to be back. It's nice to see everybody on the show, all our listeners as well. Today is June 11. 11 days after the month of June ended, 77 government entities have not received their May salary. And by the data we've got, 51.3% of all presidential appointees are from Lofa County. Despite this, Rescue Senate went on retreat with a dish out of 700,000. It is also worth to note that the House of Representatives are crying for their just benefits after almost 5 months, simply because the leader of the House is Representative Fonati Kofa, who happens to come from another party and not the Rescue Party. The leader of the Senate is then giving 700,000 because she comes from the Rescue Party. This is not the change we're looking for. These are the focus we will be focusing on. And these are the issues we will be putting our attentions on. Because if Liberia must change, propaganda will not. Actual reality will. Thank you.
Thank you very much, folks. So let's get this really straight. And I hope that our Liberian people listening to this, like Dualu said, is horrible. I begin to crunch the numbers here. Dualu, each senator received $13,000 for a 4 days retreat, 4 days. Each senator received $13,000. The total amount spent on the retreat, a little over $700,000. I want us to be so straight up. I'm not here to play game, but I think our country is going fast, very fast, into a Shikohanin iced tea hole. You know it, the ice hole. Our country is moving faster than ever before. I care less when any one of the senators call themselves tattoo that is not shouldn't be given to them. They have neglected the people of Liberia. They have turned their back on the people of Liberia. Those senators, some of them, whom the people have had a little trust in, ask them. I've asked Diamond to please put the leadership of the Senate that we can show the name. If all this information that we received through for 4 days, they spent over 700,000 United States dollars for 4 days. Each of them take home 13,000. Can you imagine? That they agree. They don't agree. Youngly agree. Edwin Snow agree. Emmanuel Nukwe agree. Abbott Che agree. Let's just name them. Prince Johnson. Even the new guy from Nima that comes, Toyin. They all agree. Momo Cyrus. Zopero. Nathaniel Fallow McGill. Every one of them. Mr. Duaru, who can the Liberian people count on? You have said,
yes.
Who can let me read this. Let me read it, Duaru, and you come on. They asked for 4 media institutions and gave each media institution $10,000 liberty to spend 4 days there. 10,000 liberty. But the senators walked away with 13,000 each. And everything that was discussed behind closed door. Why couldn't them just have that discussion right there? They didn't go for the 13,000. They didn't go for the chopping of 700,000. What's the reason, Liberians? You need to ask your senator. These are potential president and vice president for them all. After they receive 150,000 each for engagement. And guess what, Duaru? The House of Representatives preparing to go to have another retreat they will be spending a little over $1 million. Liberia is up for grab. The chopping will never stop. Talk to me, guys. Let's have this first conversation. And I dare any senator to come out to speak right now. Clean, dirty, or ugly. I dare them to say that lie because it's horrible. It's bad. You have no good senator in the Senate. They are chopping for the retirement, and it's bad for our Liberian people.
Senator, you said $13,000. I love to put that into perspective. The entirety of Riverside County, all the public servant in Riverside County, that includes teachers, nurses, everybody that work for the government in Riverside, the entirety of their salary for the month is not equivalent to $13,000. Let me repeat. The entire Grand Cayman County, let me change it. Maybe you said that Riverside. The entirety of Grand Cayman County, all the teachers, all the health workers, their entire salary is not equivalent to $13,000 for the whole month. You take that kind of money, give it to one man. What is the justification for this? Look, what was spoken about in that retreat, every time these boys get a little bit of broke, after they spend the money on every way they want to, we buy them everything. We provide a cushioned lifestyle for them. We pay for the Suburbans. We pay for the gas, the thousands of dollars. We pay for the scratch card. In this country, the country that they will tell you, say, government ain't got money. Who told you? Government got so much money, it doesn't know what to do with it. Let me repeat. The government of the Republic of Liberia has so much money, it doesn't know what to do with it. The United States government has a $24 trillion economy. They don't buy anybody car, they don't give out the gas slip. In the country, where we ain't got no money, these boys just spending the money, and yet and still, we sit quietly. I don't know sometimes whether to turn my back on Liberia or go and buy the Kalashnikov. Stanton.
Our country, Dr. Rich is saying, our country is bleeding and calling for help. When will we ever receive that good help? When will the people return to where they belong to say, yes, we are free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Can you imagine this very difficult time? Now, I heard Senator that's speaking today, Dr. Rich is saying, oh, the Florida will call the public work minister. We'll call the disaster team. They were speaking today about the heavy rain. But they got 13,000 in the packet. They were speaking today, and I asked some of them, how much were put in the land budget 2024 for the disaster management team? I asked them, and I will tell you what they said. And compare that to the 700,000 that they just received. When I asked the question, I said, well, you're making all this argument. 1.5 million for 1 year for every disaster that will take place in the 15 counties. They pull up. You know what? 1.5 million. Look at people sleeping underwater. See the video that comes up. Can you find some of those videos, please? But they put 1.5 million. But these guys are spending 700, and the House of Representatives is about to spend over $1 million for their own retreat. Who were there to rescue our people? Hearing that they don't walk away with 13,000. Hearing that Yombly walk away. I'm not talking about CDC lawmakers because that's something they're used to. And people will agree with me. That's why the rescue came to rescue. But hearing that we're going to do this thing again. Edwin Snow walking away with $13,000. Balcha walking away with $13,000. You name all the good people that we thought we had. Don't tell me about McGill. I know McGill. Don't tell me about Abache. I know Abache. Don't tell me about Emmanuel Lukwe. I know them. That's why they are where they are. But the people said we want rescue. Americana walking with $13,000 in his pocket. Who are you to rescue? Our people are dying. The country bleeding. And these guys will come back to talk sweet talk. Dr. Richardson, talk to me, man.
No, I'm again so disappointed, Stanton. when I think about someone like Senator Snow, who will probably come up on this show to justify his, his receipt of $13,000, it just angers me because the fact that they have the audacity, they dare to even come on this show to justify taking $13,000 home while Liberians are, soaking in water, in dirty water on the street. It is so disappointing. My point is, I think we should call for an audit. I believe that the Senate should be, again, something that Musa Bilozi said, they should be audited. The legislature should be audited. And then it justify to us, how does taking $13,000 home, how does that help anything? What does that present? What does that change in our country for the people? It's not sitting well with me at all. $13,000. How much food can you eat in $13,000? Or $700,000. How much alcohol can you drink? How many bedrooms or rooms can you rent if you're going to sleep there or whatever? So I'm not getting it. It's not adding up to me. Like, people are saying, yes, my fellow panelists are saying this could be, the money could have been directed towards improving a county in the country, improving schools, improving healthcare, fixing the drainage system in our country so that people won't be walking in. I saw those videotapes, Stanton. People are practically, I think it was actually across the bridge that I saw videotape, where the water was just, it overtook the streets. So I'm disappointed. I don't care how much justifications that they provide for taking $13,000 home or $700,000. If it's true, it will never sit well with me. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you very much, Paul Kennedy. Paul, can you hear us?
Yeah. What much can I say into this? I hear Dr. Francine talk about audit. Audit only finds you if you do something contrary to your fiscal management principles or law. Let me inform you that the legislature has their own rules. So before they do these things, they go and adjust the laws that they have so that whatever they are about to do fit within the confines of those laws. That's why they just don't do things arbitrarily. They normally plan it, they appropriate for it, they make sure that it is justified before they go ahead to do it. Now, spending $700,000 on the 4 days, I want to hear the justification for it. But when you reflect to the Senate rules, they're going to be able to address that money spending so that it fits within what their appropriation standards are, and you're not going to be able to get them on an audit. The reason why they make their laws and they are able to play around with it at any point in time is they want to continue to have the leverage and the power to make decisions that are not checked and they are not checked by the other branches of the government. So why it is not the best way forward, except you have people who have decent mind for the country, except you have people who really mean well for the country. This is not the first time this is happening. This has perpetually happened from time immemorial. $700,000 being spent on the 3 days. I just told you how many persons they could pay in the country. I heard my brother Azadu talk about is, June 11 and people have not taken pay. That money could have paid 2,500 persons who make $250 in Liberia. A whole ministry, maybe even 2 ministries. That money could have paid a lot of them. And they could have sat in Capitol Hill in a big conference room that were air conditioned and had the same retreat meeting and been able to come out with, whatever they were trying to find. So what I'm waiting for is to hear the resolution from the retreat. Whatever the retreat were playing around, how is it going to benefit? I mean, if the retreat is bringing back $5 million to Liberia and they spend $700,000, I wouldn't get mad at them, to be honest with you. you know, you spend money to get money, Dwalo. You are a businessman.
Paul Kennedy, we can be interactive here. You know, the retreat, that bringing nothing but talk. They didn't even discuss about the retreat since they came back. I know because I have spoken to, you know, some of them, you know, and the retreat were just trying to make some correction about the election, nomination, make some correction about talk about the CTN and MedTech is not on the wall. Nothing to bring money in the country. This is problem, Paul. This is a huge problem. Those folks that are sitting there today want to be president and vice president of them all. Those folks, 15 of them will be running 2029. They are now making the money to secure the seat. Liberians need to hear this. Some of them have no love for the country called Liberia. They are not doing everything possible. They will sign on every document. The Liberian people have no light in the Senate. Look at, we don't even want to go back, LEC. They have done nothing. Liberian people, they are dying because of those representatives that are up there refusing to represent their interests.
But you see, what we are talking, we are crying more than the bereaved. I'm a Liberian.
I'm bereaved, so I'm not crying more than the bereaved. I'm a bereaved.
And let me stand on. I'm saying this to me. Let me read. I'm not going to call the president. I'm just going to read something somebody put. Is it by now Paul Kennedy will be walking away with under $13,000? So what I think is they put. It's not even hurting the people. It's hurting you and I, but it's really not. It's like Liberian president just wrote that.
No, but I think it's hurting the majority. No, I'm not going to say it's not hurting them. Because they say you'll be working with 13,000. I think it's hurting the majority, and these are the reason why so many people went for election and few return.
And you know,
the 15 people that ran, only 3 came back. Only 3 came back. The same people that did the same nonsense, only 3 came back. Make no mistake, the people were paid. They will hold these guys accountable. Let's go to Asido. I think it was Fadiga. Let's go to Fadiga, then Asido. Fadiga, please.
Stanton, this country, I always say this, and a lot of times we tend to differ on this issue. When it comes to Liberia, you have to be very practical. I've learned to see this country for what it is. The problem in Liberia is scattered all over, and you cannot attribute it to one thing. You can't fix one thing without fixing the other. They are all interwoven. So when most time I tend not to do a lot of speculation, but rather look at things from a more, honest, a broader perspective. The Senate went there, 13 million is bad, it's horrible. Stanton, I want to see, let us ask them, let them show us why they needed that money. The next thing here is the Senate have found a way that they can legally take that money. These guys are elected officials. Rather than beat on them, I think we should inform our people, educate them on how to exercise their right as citizens, how to demand from public officials, hold them accountable. I think we should, because those are the only people that have power. These are elected; they are not appointed. They are elected officials. The people, their people, voted for them to make decisions, whether good or bad. Now we need to start redirect our focus now, because it's easy to blame these people. But when people start thinking with their stomach rather than thinking with their brains, then that is a problem in this country. And as soon as people get hungry in the country, the first thing they want to eat, their integrity, they want to sell their soul for rest and something. So maybe, just maybe, if we redirect our energy to the people that actually have the power, then we might succeed. But other than that, don't beat on those senator or representative for doing what they were elected to do. In America, these guys get kicked by to do a lot of stuff. But the problem is our people. We need to conscientize them. We need to educate them until they become woke. We want to continue seeing this. They are elected.
I think you're speaking with two sides of your mouth. I'm sorry
Well,
to
I'm
say.
speaking on one side, and that is the side that comes
okay, so when you feel out of way, then I would say my own. Go ahead.
Yes, say your own. Don't put words. You can't put words in my mouth.
I'm not. I will say my truth.
It's about time that the Liberian people start to demand. Go to them. Don't go there. Oh, my child sick. Oh, son, the senator is not responsible for taking your child to the hospital. He's responsible for enacting legislation, for allocating money in the budget to make sure these things happen. When you go there, start telling them we need school, we need these things. Don't start asking for person. We individualize things in this country. There's a common saying in America. They say when we all do better, we all do better. We need to start collectively seeking the interests of our communities rather than seeking individual interests.
Thank you very much, Fadiga. Before I go to Isaac, though, I think this is so embarrassing from where I say, for a well-educated young man like Fadiga to speak from two sides of his mouth. I get right to attack him, and he can attack me too.
I'm speaking one side.
But let me say you're feeling now. We cannot talk together.
Don't call my name. Don't call my name.
All right. When I call your name, thank you. But folks, you know who I'm talking about. Okay, this is embarrassing. I mean, let's speak truth to power. They call themselves spandless. We thought we were yet to rescue. But these guys are rescuing themselves. They are rescuing their bank account. They are rescuing their pocketbook, not the Liberian people. We pray to God for long life. Like the bird would say, I pray for long life, not long fellow. Because when I get long life, my fellow will grow. So we pray to God for long life. And we'll remind the Liberian people, this is embarrassing. They went to the most expensive hotel in Buchanan, Hotel Buchanan. Like Dwadu said, these guys are supposed to do the thing right in the backyard at the Capitol building.
Yes, but
we said no interruption now, my brother, please. I beg you, my man. This is very serious issue to the heart and minds of the Liberian people. We are here to discuss issue that is so important. Senator DeLong, Senator Sir Joseph from Moserado County, they ate $26,000. And when they were eating, I said, before I come to you, when they were eating the $26,000, Young Blee and Besson got family from Buchanan. She took the stuff to Buchanan, stay in the most expensive hotel. When these people are eating the money, Glendy, when they make their mind up to say we would do this, $700,000, we will spend it on ourselves. But Canada, you're right. Rules, that their own rules, that their own regulations, they set it up because how people can cover up. See what people in Moserado, when Dylan was eating his $13,000 and agreeing to spend $700,000. See how people are living under the heavy rain.
For some hours now, and now you see traffic along this road due to overflow of water on the street. There are several areas in Painesville that have been affected by this water. So you see from this angle, this is Report today. My name is Godfrey Badukwanza, bringing you live from Painesville along the Edewe Junction, SKD Boulevard Road.
So folks, we are live here in Painesville to be precise at the Edewe Junction and the SKD Boulevard. This is Painesville. The flood has taken over the road and pedestrians have found it so difficult to cross and out of the car. So we just crossed, and this is just the prelude. A lot of things been happening. So you can see the huge traffic.
So we just crossed the huge traffic due to heavy downpour of rain flooding the streets. though there have been many cases in Painesville. This is just one of what is happening in Painesville. This is Report 231, bringing you up to speed what is happening in Painesville due to flood. We checked behind the LRA building. There was this mudslide there. We hope to bring you more updates as we see some unfolding events as the rainy season continues. My name is Godfrey. Thank you. It's bye-bye for now.
We want to say thanks to that reporter, folks. That's the picture. The work of your senator, your representative, that they have agreed for the entire 15 county will get them 1.5 million for disaster relief funds. But we can walk away with 700,000 anytime. We ran with a story here about the returnees. You know, it's bad for our country and people want us to keep quiet and pray, Senator. It's not a work. It's not a work. It's not a work. And it's not illegal. Our country is dying. Our RP is about to be placed on the head of that grave. We will not sit here and stop fighting. No, we will fight even for our last breath because it is wrong. As a do, you have not spoken on this issue. You have seen the video. They were all talking. We'll call public work minister. We'll call disaster management director or commissioner, wherever entitled is. We would discuss this issue. But you're sitting right there and you got 13,000 in your pocket. And you went to Hotel Buchanan spending over 700,000 United States dollars, and you yet lecturing the Liberian people that it will be okay. Can you imagine wickedness in high places? Talk to us, Asido.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know if there can be any justification in spending 700,000 United States dollars for retreat. I'm not sure what where those things discussed there and how benefiting it would be to Liberia. But there are a few things we have to put in perspective. And I know we always say this over and over and again, and we always preach that no matter how hard it will be, we need to consider where we are as a nation. We recently had an election that the rescue team unquote won. The one with that persuasion of bringing in changes as to those things that were happening before. But lest you don't want to show love for Liberia, you will agree that those things they talked about before are even happening double today. Let me give you an example. Last year, under the CDC leadership from the Senate, senators received 30,000 United States dollars for legislative projects. That was bad. Rescue wanted to change that. This year, under the Senate leadership of a rescue person, senators are receiving 150,000 for legislative projects. One who want to ask, was this a do or blah? Let's go to the second thing quickly before I end. You talk about the disaster management. Look at the budget that rescue submitted to the House. The things in the budget are of importance to rescue. Rescue recommended less compared to what the representatives give or disaster management. That tells you of the importance of disaster management to the rescue team as a whole. So
yes,
in this case,
feedback coming from you, Isaac.
In this case, you cannot blame the representatives for disaster because the people, the executive, submitted little less than 1 million. That's why they submitted. Said this is why you should give these people. The lawmakers went and stepped it up. So I would think you should be asking the rescue team from the executive, how are they seeing the importance of the rescue, or not the rescue, but the disaster management or entity? You will agree on those. There are places you can blame both sides. But again, everything that was being talked about as being bad is being done double. Where are we as a nation?
Thank you. Actually, can you make some adjustment? I think your kid's playing something. We're getting echo.
No, I'm getting feedback from someone, not from you.
Not from you? Okay.
Really?
Let's try to just mute when we're speaking. Maybe that will help. Thank you, Asido. Let me say this, folks. We got to leave this story and talk about public work. But again, Glenn, have you spoken on this, Glenn?
No.
Please do, Mama. Please do.
Okay. I think the amount is a consensus that it is alarming. 700,000 for 2 days.
4 days. 4 days.
4 days. That's alarming. What is also equally alarming is the 13,000. Is the 13,000 included in the monthly salary, or was it additional? What was the need for it? What was the need for a retreat so early in the government that you have to expense such a huge amount? I think that these are questions that are genuine, that need to be answered. So why it may seem very difficult to understand, I think it is the citizens and us. I think people have the right to ask questions. They just seem like at this point in time to be spending such an amount is just not. There's no explanation for that. But maybe they have a reason why. Maybe they know. Maybe they know what was the reason. Maybe there was a benefit to having a retreat now and using such an amount. And the poor said the Senate and the House, they have their own rules and regulations. They have their laws. Why everything legal may not be expedient? So we have to look at the expediency of the meeting. Was it necessary at this time? Was it expedient to the point that you needed to spend such a huge amount of money for a 4 days retreat? And I think those are questions that people should ask and they should be able to answer.
And I would say this, our country is going to a bad place. I know a lot of folks want to sugarcoat this thing. Our country is moving to a bad place.
Well, then let's ask some questions then.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Eduardo. Go ahead.
Let's ask some questions. Okay, can we still say that the legislature is relevant? In an organization that is not adding something to that society, should we maintain the legislature? Now, people say, Eduardo, that is a far-fetched idea. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. But if they're not adding nothing to the society, and we are literally allocating almost $50 million in every single budget year to run an organization that's adding nothing to Liberia, should we continue to fund that organization? Look, I think it was Napoleon who said this in Animal Farm. He was speaking to the rest of the animals. He said, let's face it, we live miserable lives. Our lives are laborers, and it's very short. This is the reality of Liberia. Miserable lives, laborers, and very short. The legislature that should be set up to ease the burden on the people, they ease the burden on themselves. Animals with 4 legs, they are friends. Those with 2, they are not friends. Back to Animal Farm. We forget the reason why they went over there. Let's ask the question. They say, does the legislature have any relevance in Liberia? Why do they exist? What is the essence? And I'm not asking for the abolition of the legislature, but I'm saying this. This has this question. What is their addition to Liberia? What are they adding to this society except to take the meager resources of this country for themselves and buy these hell-of SUVs, sport utility vehicles, and yet driving around in a dirty water all over Monrovia? This is the essence. Nothing more, nothing less. I believe they have no relevance. Stanton.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Anybody want to add, because we got to move on? Anything you want to say?
$13,000 a day, that's a lot. That's a whole lot.
The $13,000 was a takeaway after the meeting. You know, when you go and have the meeting.
Yeah, it's not $13,000 a day. $13,000 a bonus.
So at the end of the conference, what did they need it for? What did they need it for?
It's just stipends, allowance, DSA.
For a poor country like Liberia?
Yes.
And that's exactly what I was going to add. I've been to many retreats. I've never been given monetary gift or bonus at the end of my retreat to say this is just you can have this. It's not adding up to me at all. And it's been a couple of days after the retreat. We have not heard exactly what was discussed. If you are just going to retreat to divide money, and I think somebody is right. We should have just had it right in the back, somebody's backyard. There's tons of spaces in Liberia that they could have just, it would have been a great barbecue. I can imagine just putting this event together for far less money. All right. And nobody can convince me that $700,000 was worth spending. I don't care which part of Liberia for a retreat. In a country like Liberia, no, it's not adding up.
So, Standard, let me just talk about the flood. The flood issue is sad for Liberia, and is going to continue to exist and even get worse. Yep. The area you saw around that ERWA Junction is a store there called Osali. They sell electrical and all kinds of merchandise in that store. And right under there, there's a drainage that comes from up the hill that's supposed to enter and empty into the mangrove swamp along that SKD Boulevard. But what Liberians have done, they have built in the way of the drainage, and they started claiming the mangrove swamp. So the mangrove, normally you're not supposed to build in the mangrove area, and EPA has the regulatory arm to make sure that people are not building. But what Liberians are doing, they are claiming the swamp. So they are building. Every time you claim the swamp, you displace the waterway. Every time you claim the swamp, you block the water from entering, so that the water is always trying to find another way. So if the water can't go to its original sponge that's supposed to suck it out, it's going to displace somewhere else. So you're going to see a lot of this coming into the next years, because Liberians now are actually building in the swamps, and they are cutting the mangrove, and they are building in drainage pathway. So that's why you are seeing what's happening in Liberia.
Thank you very much, guys. Mr. Fatiga, you want to add something?
No, I was just about to say something. I know Dwalu said, what's the relevance of the legislature? I think it would be a disaster if we just run a government, if we have a government that run unopposed. I know we say a lot about our legislature, but it will be a disaster if we just have a government that only run by the executive branch. I think we can make our legislature work for us. The reason it may seem like it's not working is because, like I said earlier, we too need to re-strategize and start to demand more. I think one of the biggest things is the term limit. I think 9 years is just too long for one person to serve as a lawmaker, as a senator, or for anything. Because a kid born by the time that person's served 2 terms, they will be 18 years old. On a one person, 2 terms. So people don't have to work as hard because they have 9 years. Do you know what 9 years is? If you have 9 years, you don't have to work that hard. So I think we need to revisit the term limit, probably 6 years, and then people will start doing everything to catch up. A lot of things that need to be fixed. The money and this spending here, I don't think that is one of them. The problem is not how much they are spending, how much they are allocating for themselves. The problem is we need an entire system overhaul. Until we can do that, we just be speculating and crying here.
Senator Fadiga, I almost tell you about a lot of governments that work around the world without legislature, by the way. They're great governments. I can name several if you wanted me to.
Yeah, but we didn't start out that way. And
yeah, I understand that. I just
the US that we tend to emulate, I mean, it would just be a whole new thing.
No, I understand what you're saying. But the question is worth asking, though. If they're not adding anything to Liberia, what are you giving them for?
No, but Dwalu, just before we go, they've had to decentralize the legislature, which have a county legislature caucus.
I agree.
And then you're not going to have the senators sitting out there, because once you decentralize it, every county has its own county council, and correct, that county council serves as the legislature now for the county, and that way you're not going to have 103 persons sitting out there. But Those guys sitting out there will never allow that.
But it is not up to them, though, Kennedy. It's not up to them.
You are literally taking away their function. When you have a county legislature, you are literally taking away their function.
Let's leave that conversation.
Yeah, but that's not true, Mr. Kennedy. That is not true. But go ahead, Stanton.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. I don't want to interrupt you.
The Constitution of the Republic of Liberia says in Article 1, the people, all powers, not some, all powers. That thing they do over there, the day the people want Chaklaye, they get Chaklaye. All powers are invested in the people. So it's up to them. They got to do their job.
My man, South Joseph Jack carries $600,000 worth of medication to Grand Bazaar. So you clap for him.
For what?
The legislature a humanitarian.
Daughter, please don't go. I need you to get more frustrated on this one. I beg you, don't go. You will go after this next conversation. I really want to frustrate your effort tonight, please. You're trying hard, but maybe you can help the people understand passionately what you bring to this table. So you guys remember, right? You guys remember that the president put up his public work hat and President Joseph Yema Boakai on our video, he said, I spoke to Western Cluster people, the people doing bad on that road, and we're going to shut them down. So let me play the clip. Fast forward to what we're about to discuss, folks. Let's play exactly what President Boakai said on that day.
I just met with the lawyer for Western Cluster this morning, incidentally. And I told him we're going to close them down. Minister, let me tell you, if we don't close Western Cluster down, we will lose the bridges. We'll lose those bridges and it will be disastrous for this country. And we're not going to sit here to cut because the number of vehicles moving on that road. And I went up the hill the last time. Western Cluster is not mining. They're just taking our resources. And we get no reward for it. I told him emphatically this morning that we're going to close them down. And I'm telling you seriously.
That's an angry president. That is an angry president said we're going to close them down. Edwin Snow came on the show. He said, bravo. Liberian people will say, hey, the king, Joseph Yema Boakai, president of the Republic of Liberia. Everybody's celebrating. We're going to close them down. I want to play it one more time. I beg you, Donald, get your 5 minutes. I beg you, we'll get you extra security. I want to play it one more time. I want all Liberians to listen and listen well. President Joseph Yema Boakai, angry. You know why he's angry? Because he traveled on that road every day to go to his farm in Bomi. President Joseph Yema Boakai said, I'm telling you, minister, I spoke to him emphatically and we're going to close them down. All they're doing, they are not mining, they're just taking our resources. So I want you to listen to it again, my fellow Liberian, on this Good Tuesday, the 11th of June, 2024, at 5:48 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 9:48 p.m. Liberian time. Let's listen to the President of the Republic of Liberia concerning Western Cluster.
I just met with the lawyer for Western Cluster this morning, incidentally. And I told him we're going to close them down. Minister, let me tell you, if we don't close Western Cluster down, we will lose the bridges. We'll lose those bridges and it will be disastrous for this country. And we're not going to sit here to cut because the number of vehicles moving on that road. And I went up the hill the last time. Western Cluster is not mining. They're just taking our resources. And we get no reward for it. I told him emphatically this morning that we're going to close them down. And I'm telling you seriously.
Who played Khaled with the president remark? The public work minister, what the president said, they are spoiling our road, numbers of vehicles. They are not manning. We will lose those bridges. Who carried the president? Who convinced the president? After the remark, now guess what happened? Public Works shut them down temporarily. Public Works said, the president has spoken, we going hard. We shutting you guys down. I got one more video for you. What happened next? People are not respecting President Joseph Yima Boakai. The passion the president have to build the country. Folks will go to him and sweet talk him and present different suggestions. I know Asido will say other things, he's from across the river. I know my brother Eduardo will say something else because he's an independent thinker. But who played Kali with the president's statement? He was straight up. He said, I told him. Yesterday, we gave a shout out to Martin Cuddy. The guys did this video, and we attached the spoon tattoo to it because Martin is our brother. But let's see the amount of trucks that are running from that place now. They closed the door. I beg you, Eduardo. Let us play the last video. You will be the first to go. Let's count the truck right now that leaving Western Cluster.
Eu era com balão. No cae ese no. Even the Labrador National Police escorting them.
Yep. Wow.
Mr. Eduardo, I know you're passionate about Liberia. The Liberian people are in the stage of pure disappointment. The president just said we will close them down. The public work minister said we shut you guys down. Last night, over 22 trucks load escorted by the Liberia National Police. Who running the country? Who should we listen to? Mr. Eduardo, talk to us.
Our people who subjugate their interest to that of the foreigners. It's the people that they deserve not of their country a life worth living. Let me tell you something. Leave Western Cluster alone. Let me repeat. Leave Western Cluster alone. We cook ourselves in tomato cup. They will dish us up with baboon steak. This is what we've chosen. We need a lion in the executive mansion. Let me repeat. We need a lion in the executive mansion because this moment calls for it. Let me say something.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Western Cluster will do exactly what we allow Western Cluster to do. Let's stop. The president can come out and say, oh, we're going to shut Western Cluster down. Let me tell you something. Western Cluster has a contract. There are clauses in the contract. There are agreements that Western Cluster is not meeting. You are not shutting them down. You are going in accordance with the agreement of that contract. Why do we always subjugate our interests to that of foreigners in our own country? Why do we do this? I don't care about the talks. I care about how somebody is taking my heritage and taking it to their home country and living lush lifestyle. And when we go there, they say, go back to your home country. When we have to go in Damaguapudu County, rich, but it's a dirt poor location because we become a shameless people. We allow people to come here and just treat it anyhow we want. Leave Western Cluster alone, Stanton. We allow this. We allow it. Do you know how many times they've told Western Cluster that you cannot truck on this road, yet they say do it? I want to make this determination right here, right now. Western Cluster go in the room, they talk it so they lay it down. They say, you know what wrong? We'll be 1-0 in Bapudu County, in Bomi. Then we say, but I'll lead the people do something here. When we can build a massive university at Bapudu University. Just think about the possibility of our country. But yet and still, we're not supposed to talk it because, hey, my man, you know, the people, let them go. Keep the iron ore in the ground until we develop the intellect to develop it ourselves. It's
so let me show you something real quick. Let me show you this, folks. It's in the chat room. So on the 5th of June, restoration of Western Cluster road user permit. Now, they say they're going to restore them. They're going to give them the full right to operate after they put a temporary freeze on them. Just read what this document is saying from Roland Guinness.
It's serious tension.
From Roland Guinness. Everything, the anger the president portrayed, the devastation, the frustration, the situation that brought us as far that Western Cluster is taking the people money. Roland Guinness said, dear Mr. Koita, he's the CEO for Western Cluster. I want you to take, I really want you guys to take the picture of this, because if you think that we are in reverse or we're moving forward or whatsoever it may be, I want you to think again. Our country, I don't know, you decide whether we're stuck. I present, Roland Guinness now, Roland Guinness writing, I present my compliments and acknowledge receipt of your letter, dated May 12, 2024, requesting the restoration of your road user permit, RUP 220-620-004, to transport iron ore from Bomi Hills Mines to the free port of Monrovia. The foregoing restoration of the road user permit is predicated upon WCL compliance in providing US, Eduardo, you missed this one, providing US $200,000 for the repairs of the road. So just what you said, Eduardo, the people say get a $200,000, Clay Junction to the St. Paul Bridge Road and receipt of assessment report to provide for the railroad bridge parallel to the city. So everything they said that only $200,000 they wanted, Eduardo. Now, I will stop there because I want you to respond. Then you can leave because you got to leave. So everything the president cried upon, it was just to get $200,000.
Dwalu.
No, let Dwalu come in real quick. Let Dwalu come.
I want to draw a picture of the road to Dwalu. I travel on that road. I bought a brand
No, we'll come to you, my brother. Because Dwalu
1,000 miles on that road. I just wanted Dwalu to know the condition of the road.
Yeah, we're going to play a video. We're going to play a video. But what I'm looking at, folks, ladies and gentlemen, the president anger was just about $200,000. That's what Roland Guinness is saying. Folks, President Joseph Yuma Boakai stood there. He had everything. He crying for the better Liberia, for a better Bomi, for a better Cape Man, for a better road. And saying these people stealing our money, they're going. But Roland Guinness said to solve this problem, only $200,000 we need. Dwadu, where is our people? Where's the conscience? Where is the goodness of the country? Now, everything President Boakai said was for only $200,000. Talk to me before you leave.
Can $200,000 build a bridge that the president talked about? They'll destroy our bridges. Can it build a bridge? Does anybody know the worth of the mountain that they're taking, B Mountain that they're taking iron ore from? Do you know what it's worth? 200,000. Let me put it in perspective. When you get $100 US and somebody to go and file our LD for inside, and I'm reach to the 200,000 where they even say they're giving us. This is an insult to this republic that they will look at us. We don't want on the mountain. We don't want on the road. We don't want on the car road. We don't want on everything. They say when we finish eating, we'll leave a table, but we're not getting a table in the pay. What we eat, we'll put it in the crop out, the dwelling and eat that play when we eat. But what I tell you with the 200,000 so you can hear me. What have we become, Stanton? This is our country. Look, do you really believe that you can go to India and you can go to Bangladesh, or you can go to Nepal or to Saudi Arabia, or the Turks are doing up there in Cape Mount, or you can go with the money going down and go to Turkey and dominate in any way, shape, or form? Do you really believe that? We should dominate this domain in every sphere. But guess what? We are the least in everything in this country. The president was not angry. The president was flattering. And it angers me, Mr. President, that you will say one thing, in less than 2 days, these guys will come and jingle pennies in front of us. And we'll say, no, wrong, that they put in the iron, oh, we need the money. Let's close the mines. In fact, I wrote a whole paper, close the mines in Liberia, all of them. And then I'll give you a recipe what we can do when we close the mines. We can actually increase our budget, increase the GDP of this country, increase the national budget through some applications that are recommended. The mines that I help, actually harming us.
We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you. You got to go, but let's read the last portion of this. I want to bring in the rest of the guys. Duadu, drive safe, my brother. Let's go ahead to the last paragraph on this page. It says, in view of the foregoing, the communication, sir, as an official notification to the effect that the road user permit of the company which was suspended on May 3rd, 2024 is hereby restored under the following understanding. It's hereby restored. Dr. Richardson, give us the 200,000. You can move with your 22 trucks. Give us the 200,000, and we fine. Dr. Richardson, talk to us. Talk to us, Dr. Richardson. You're muted. Are you unmuted, Dr. Richardson?
You didn't.
All right, just leave it. Just leave it, Dr. Richardson. Just leave it. Let me try to unmute you. So only you can do it. I don't know why. It's good. It's good.
Okay. So during a one-on-one interview with John Malu, he said something that sort of stuck with me, and it was alluding to a sense of disorganization in this government. And he alluded to how the president will make a decision and other people will then either counter his decision or bypass his decision. And it almost sounded to me as if people are not working together. They are not coming together to talk about a general plan of development for our country. Because a plan of development will include, if I'm going to stop people from damaging our road, if I'm going to stop, people from damaging our bridges, then I mean it. I will stop people until, we get them to come up with a good plan, a plan for developing the road. But that didn't happen. What we see is the president said one thing. He recognized that the roads were bad. And a couple of days, weeks later, his Minister of Public Works is saying something. So what are they doing? What's the plan for development for Liberia? This is my question. What are they doing? And that is exactly what in that interview that you did with John Malu.
John Malu.
Yes, he was alluding to. There's a disorganization, there's a disrespect for what the president is saying, and there's no plan for the way in which we want our country to be developed. It's been almost 6 months that this president has been in power. What is the plan? Where is the plan for the country?
Thank you very much, Glenn. Let's hear you, Glenn. Dr. Richardson, you make a good point because John alluded to that. Let's go to Glenn. Glenn, well, listen, folks. I'm just me, man. 6:45, Glenn. I'm going to teach Bible study. I'm going to tell somebody that Jesus loves you. I'm going to tell somebody that have faith. I'm I'm going to tell somebody that stay hope for the whole place, because our Liberian people, they are dying because of no hope. I have to encourage them to stay hope. Hey man, $200 to brush off the president comment? Come on, talk to me, Sis Glennie.
But the thing about it also, this Western cluster thing is not just limited to the current government and to Giddens. You have, I mean, Paul will probably know more than I do. You have Edwin Snow. What was the deal before? What was the deal that they had? Wasn't there something about $40 million MUA that they squashed? Could that be leading to that? That's why they now had to be able to negotiate with these people, because they couldn't just stop them from operating. So I think it goes way back to all of these different deals. You have to look at all of the MOUs and see what was the deal. What was it that they could and could not do as a government to these people? And then when you get the basis of that, then you can say, okay, I see why. Maybe the president made that statement prematurely without knowing what the history was. It's possible. And so if there was a history there and they couldn't do anything with these people, then what will you expect? We don't know. I don't know what the history is with these people. It's possible.
I like the fact that you say I don't know, Glennie, because the people have broken all rules, regulation, guidelines within the agreement.
Yeah, but then you also want to look back and say they've broken all this. What gave them the credence to be able to do this, and for the Liberian government to continue to allow them to break it? Something must be the reason that they're not able to cut these people off. There's something that's hidden in the details.
The only thing I think hidden here, with all the documents in my possession, and I put some of them in the chat room, is that who's the leader of the country called Liberia? We can play the president clip. He was so on point. Respect to the president. But then the public web minister said, give me 200,000 and we allow you guys to start operating again. Who's in charge? I want to go to my brother Paul Kennedy. Glenn, are you done? Because I interrupted you. All right, Dr. Richardson, real quick. We got to bring the guys in.
Then just made an important point that you're echoing. Who is in charge? You know, why would a president who knows that we need development in our country not review all of the MOUs before speaking? Because yet he said we're going to shut down, this company.
From day one, President Bouakai been talking about shutting down B Mountain and Western Cluster. I know. From day one, Dr. Richardson, because he feels within himself that people are not doing good for Liberia. They are not helping the country called Liberia. He's mad. As you can see, I know the opposition will come with their own spin. I give it to the opposition. But the president knows very well. Then after that anger, after that situation, Paul K. Kennedy, who convinced President Bouakai that it is okay to take 200,000 and allow these people to operate? Paul Kennedy.
So, Stanton, we have to be careful. There are something called concessional agreements that are signed within legal practices that protect these companies that come to operate in our countries. Maybe the president was not privy or was not briefed completely on what the terms and agreement or Western Cluster contract line is. The president cannot just stand and cancel any agreement. It has to go through legal process. Now, somebody said that 19 trucks. I've counted 30 trucks on that road before. I was packed in 30 trucks carrying at least 50 tons of iron ore in it. And somebody is telling me there are 76 trucks that are registered under the Western Cluster that bring iron ore using that road every day. Imagine those bridges. Some of the most you can have is a 6-7 ton bridge, and you got 50 tons crossing over a 6 to 7 ton bridge. Those roads were not built for iron ore of such magnitude, such weight to carry. So the roads have broken into pieces. From Broadville to Tottenham Broad now takes you at least an hour and 30 minutes. It used to be 45 minutes. Now it takes you way more than that because the roads spoiled. So is somebody fooling or lying to the president? Maybe. Can the president just stand and close the company down? Honor the powers he has, he could, but it sends a bad signal on doing business in the country. So the president has to follow the legal provision through which this contract or these concession agreements are signed. And if it was signed in the previous government, the president has to live up to it until it is revised, reviewed, and revised. The contract can be reviewed, and if these people are going against
I disagree with you, man. I disagree with you. I know that's why we do spoon talk. I disagree with you, Paul Kennedy.
You know, disagree all you want. The president can't just shut the president.
So are you saying that the president didn't know? The president didn't know that when he said we would close it down. He didn't know.
You heard the president use one word that I take care of it. He said incidentally. He just bumped into the man and said, "We'll close you down." Was he speaking based on fact that he had, or he was only acting?
So you are saying the president didn't know all the concession agreement
Probably
rules
not.
and regulations?
Probably
Thank
not.
you, Paul.
Probably
Thank
not.
you, Paul. Thank
Probably
you, Paul.
not.
Thank you. Let me bring in former Deputy Minister Isaac Doe and my brother Al Hussein Eugene Fadika. Isaac, please. Who went first? Is that Fadika or Isaac? I don't know.
Yeah, but I can go. It doesn't matter.
Okay, go ahead.
It's always the last ball.
Okay, go ahead. He's a bad dude, so let him go last.
Yeah, very bad. So, Stanton, sometimes you come on the show to be wasting our time. Stanton, stop wasting our time in Liberia. You know, I'm always very good not to see people who just talk, but people that understand the issues. Paul Kennedy said something before this discussion about auditing the Senate. He said audit will not catch people because when you go to audit, they will set the rules. So if you understand the jiggy in there, you know how it works. Amen, Stanton. Let's put this into perspective, Stanton. Today's president is His Excellency Dr. Joseph Imam Boakai. President Boakai was the president of the Senate when Western Cluster came. Stanton, you think the president will speak, say, you know what, you're close the people down because they're spoiling the rule and this and that. And in no time, his minister from nowhere just go and say, my man, you start working again, man. In fact, your work, man. Stanton, the woman was waiting for the ego. The woman was sending a political message. Say, listen, if you come clean, we'll close you down. Stanton, as soon as the ego landed, the woman said, listen, you go ahead. Listen, people will say,
I disagree with you. You are talking nonsense.
Yeah. Let me end my nonsense.
You are talking for the CDC playbook.
Yeah. Let me end my nonsense.
I want to disagree with you, but respect of the show.
Let me end my nonsense, please. Let me just end my nonsense. So, the president of the country that appointed the minister said, we'll close these people down. Then the minister get power. He just can't say, you know what? Y'all go work. Hey, man. Hey, Jesus.
Yo, you say pay the 200,000 and go work.
So, listen now. He even say y'all go work. He tell us, if y'all double what you were doing. And we take NMP police officer and send them to escort you. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, dear brethren. Open your eyes. So, Stanton, the ego lender. These are political messages of people who understand political talking. They know what's up. If you come clean, we shut you down. Then, okay, let's take phone. Just think about it for a second. The president said we shut them down because the road is spoiling. Has the road been fixed? No. But they are even doubling what they were doing. Think. Yes, you love President Boakai. He's a good man. I agree. Think about it. What has been all of the reasons for which the presidency will shut them down? Has any of them been fixed? No. The Papa was the president of the Senate when Western Cluster came. He understands the code. So this thing is just wasting our time. Unless you don't understand the dealing, then I put my hand up. But again, this is Liberia for you. And this is the Unity Party for you. A lot more things we bring here. Sit down, think about it. Don't believe me. Just go over a picture of your eyes and just think about what I'm saying. The minister is so powerful than the president. The president says, shut down. The minister says, wait. Amen. I end.
Is that all you want? You want to keep going? I can give you 5 more minutes.
So stand up. I am my nonsense.
Five more minutes to talk nonsense.
I'm glad. Exactly. 5 more minutes to talk nonsense.
Please go ahead, sir.
Stanton, I don't know who acts or is there a leadership and who's controlling. No. President Boykai, when he made those pronouncements, he was emphatic. He spoke like a true leader. He was decisive. He saw a problem and he put a stop to it. Contrary to what you read, I keep saying if there's any there where you see the details, Stanton, and you are very good at omitting some of the details. And I will you probably was an oversight, but I will tell you some of the reason why. It was not just $200,000. The $200,000 was to prepare the road from Clay Junction to St. Paul Bridge. Those were the
areas
that were damaged. But what you fail to realize is that there were other stipulations. Now, we have a government to run. We have people that are employed. We have a country that is battling high unemployment. I'm glad that you're putting it there now. Look, this also
I'm not going to be doing the same on your time, man.
We're walking the road by 5 meters.
I shared a document with you, and you're saying that I'm omitting something. You got to get to your senses.
No.
We read the first page. Everybody will speak on it. Listen, Fadiga. Fadiga, listen. You will listen to the one today. Fadiga, don't bring your frustration and your frustration on me, please. Every document, I put it in the chat room. Ask everyone here. It's in the chat room.
I agree.
We got to present it one at a time. Okay? We get a small document also to show. So they're feeling, man.
I say who has a very bad relationship with the truth, telling some bad, dangerous lies again, and based on those statements. So let it be known that it was not just because of $200 that they were allowed, the permit were restored.
It was because of what?
Yeah, it was because
of different
what? They were going to widen the roads by 5 meters with 2.5 meters with the condition that they will provide proof of contract. And the next thing,
you have been so you have been so naive, knowing that you know the truth.
Stanton, let me go. There are a lot of things
that you know the truth, Fadika.
There are a lot of goodies in there that we are not talking. Say you didn't read it.
Must you protect every criminal behavior in the government just because you want a job?
Criminality.
Must you protect every nonsense? Now you are going back to Alec Okoma sedition, Fadika. Come on, man.
Few years ago, we have people shout,
you are
the best president since 1847. Now, this is a new dawn in Liberia. They will no longer singing praises to the emperor in was he was naked. The president he saw that the trucks were damaging the bridges. He put an end to it. Now they have to go back with new rules. In the new rules, you're not saying it. That certain amount of ton that can come in.
You're not saying it.
The truck line, I think, cannot make more than 2 trips a day. They cannot exceed 125 trucks.
Let me help you. I will mute you and I will correct you because you are not informed. Okay? Don't just sit down and let me help you, Fadiga. Let me pull up this document. No, Fadiga. Fadiga, let me help you. Let me help you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read this thing. Something I never wanted to go through till the end of the show, but let me go through it now and compare it to that which is on the document. Fadiga, you cannot do this to the Liberian people just because you want some of your own personal benefit. You cannot do that. It's wrong. This is Liberia we are talking about. Put friendship aside. Let's help save our country.
That is
Let me read this, guys. This is it in the chat room, Dr. Richardson, or should I put it in there? It's in the chat room, right?
Stanton, we have to read everything.
I think it's in there.
All right.
I saw it radio.
Let me read this. It's a letter, I think, from Edwin Snow to the protest.
Let me finish talking.
Yeah, I will get your time back. As a moderator, till you can moderate, I will get your time back. I deducted some time from your time.
All right. I will still put you back on record.
I deducted some time from your time. I got to read this because you're wasting our time. I present my compliment and herewith right to bring to your esteemed attention the unhealthy decision from the Ministry of Public Works to restore the road user permit. I want everybody to follow through. We'll read this letter to the end. Now, when Fadiga sleeping on the show, you want to talk Tabata. Of Western Cluster, limited to transport iron ore from the Bombing Hill mines to the Freeport of Monrovia, amidst continued violation of terms and conditions, strained within the Mineral Development Agreement with the government of Liberia. Where's Fadiga? It's in the chat room. Stop sleeping on the show. You will fail in class if you continue sleeping on the show. Let's read this in for the sake of our people. Madam President Pro Tempore and distinguished colleague, in addition to the restoration of the road
read Getty's letter. Why you going to read slow for?
Listen, brother. You must not going there. You're sober up. I know you kind of frustrated because of the most recent incident, but you'll be fine. In addition, let me get back on track here. Madam President Pro Tempore, the Minister of Public Works has instructed Western Cluster Limited to increase, Mr. Paul Kennedy, to increase its fleet of trucks from 50 to 125. Oh, you open your mouth, a balancing popping from my mouth?
5 double trips each. 5 of those trucks will be double trips each.
I want the Liberian people not to listen to Fadiga. He's an enemy of progress, and he's not in the interest of the Liberian people.
Make 250 trips per night.
Listen to this. We have the document. We will share the document with you. Roland Guinness have ignored the warning of the president, the cry from the president. Everybody saw the clip. There's a reason why President Joseph Yuma Barker want to shut down our place. Now, Roland Guinness said, not only you gave me 250,000, we asking you to increase from 50 to 125, making double trip each, resulting to 250 trips per night. Exactly what Paul Kennedy was saying. You sit down in Amimoda Bella Casa Hotel, you want to talk Tabata. Exactly what Paul Kennedy was saying, which is totally unacceptable. More so, the allowable gross load had increased from what? 30 to 45 tons per truck, using damaged bridges along the road corridor. Everything going up. Roland Guinness came to rescue Western Cluster. We are talking about the people of Bombing to be rescued. Roland Guinness is rescuing Western Cluster. Consequently, these grave violations are not only adding damages to the already dire condition of the St. Paul Bridge to Bombing Hills Road corridor, but imposing a serious safety hazard for pedestrians playing the road. I will read the end of this letter, and everything is within the document, folks. It's within the document that Fadiga trying to scapegoat. Therefore, I would like to strongly request the plenary take seize of these concerns and mandate its relevant committee to probe an investigation to ensure the safety of our people. Thanks, and please accept the assurances of my highest esteem, Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow Jr., Senator Bombing County. With all due respect to my little brother, I beg you, Fadiga, to my little brother, Fadiga. Now, he asked us to put a document up.
Beautiful letter already by.
Yeah, but hold on now. Fadiga, I'm coming to you. Hold your peace. Let the people take something home.
The plan on fire. I read to join you right now.
Hold on, Fadiga. Hold on. Your fire for AB Kroma, not for me. Yeah, not for me. Tell your fire to AB Kroma, not me. All right. So we'll give you another 1 minute, Fadiga. No interruption.
I will give you 1 minute. You talk about 2 minutes.
I'm the moderator. No, I give you 1 minute. Right now, 6:24. 6:25, you'll be done.
Even if you give me 30 seconds, I will still fire you. The bottom line here is you forgot to add that there will be a way. Look, in America, I don't know any of you here have driven truck before. In America, there are weigh stations so that trucks do not go overweight. Look, engineers have stipulated certain weight that can plow on these roads, especially the highway. That's why they have weigh station in America, so that trucks do not be overweight on these roads. These roads were made by engineers to withhold certain weight. These guys, the public works minister, which I do agree with him, look, why should the solution to our problem be when it's a problem, we burn it down? No. Our people need jobs. It would be crazy for the president to say, I will close this whole place down and put all librarians.
Are you saying the president saying was crazy?
He did not say that. The president said that they were damaging our bridges, so he's going to shut them down. They went back on the drawing board.
But he said it would be crazy for him to say it, but he said it.
No, don't put words in my mouth.
I didn't. Let me tell you, the president was crazy.
We do not have the president that will sit down and people tell him this is the best president since 1847. There's a president that have a cabinet, and they go to a meeting, and these experts come and give him advice. The public works minister went to Western Cluster and they had a meeting, and he made his pronouncement. He said that you guys will be given this permit if you do certain things, and you refuse. You just said 200,000. No. Now you're coming out with a amount of truck or something that you don't want me to say it, because there were a lot of things stipulated. It was not just 200,000. He stipulated several other things, more than 5, which were never captured when you made your statement. So it's a little kind of deceptive, in my opinion.
Thank you very much.
So let us go and get the full.
We already said thank you to you.
Don't go get
We already said thank you. We already said thank you to you guys. Guys, it's 6:26. Thank you very much, UJ Fadiga. Thank you very much, folks. Let me recollect. President Joseph Yima Boakai was angry. He really want to close down Western Cluster.
He was
angry. Excuse me, Fadiga. Fadiga, excuse me. Fadiga, excuse me now.
No, I need
Fadiga, you finish. I beg you, let's move on now, please.
Why you be doing this?
Yeah. I beg you, Fadiga. I beg you, my brother. You did. I beg you. Yeah. I beg you.
You
gotta win now. You tolerate your people and talk to
station here now.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for making it clear. Thank you for making it clear.
I'm the minority on this station right now.
Yeah.
And I will accept it.
Yeah, thank you, bro. You buddy. But let me say this. It is important for every one of us to understand, right, what is happening, and the increase from everything for 200,000. The tabata they put it, I don't care about it. I go for the substance. I don't go and let my teeth crack and boom. That tabata, what that yama. That's the grease of the pork. The cover. That's what Fadiga want to dwell on. President Joseph Yima Boakai spoke. He spoke seriously. Nobody asked him to talk about his meeting. I said that with Western Cluster. Nobody asked him. He brought it up. If you sit with the president, you know that he's mad with that road issue. For 200,000, people are flying all over with 22 trucks, 19 trucks, 18 trucks, asking them to double the truck loads. 200,000. This is bad. You know, you try to defend it, you can't. There's nothing to defend. People ask me, say, but I give the president 100, 1 year, he will reshuffle the government. No, I think reshuffle the government should start now. Because some folks in this place, some folks in this place, I said, in America, he brought a friend in Liberia. His daughter come to say hi, daddy. He never heard that in a long time. Some folks in this place, on a serious note, within this government, they need to go. Friend, no friend, they need to go when they mess it up. And here we are. I want to say, guys, let's just look at this for a minute. I know I will get everybody will have the 30 seconds. If you listen to what the president said, You know that he meant it. You know that he went all in. But because we got to go, we'll continue with this story. The first thing we talk about, the diamond people that came that will come with a lawyer. The second thing we talk about is the lawmakers then receiving 13,000 each, 700,000 for a retreat. This information is bad for Yomli Kanga Lawrence, the pro-term. This information is bad for Darius Delon, bad for Edwin Snow, it's bad for Sir Joseph. But you know what? Only 15 of them are going to be running again. The other 15 don't care because they will be running 2032. So those are running again to try to make money, to secure the position. So everything that comes that way, they will collect the money. Those of them that want to run to be vice president or president, they try to save the money. Those that will be running, whether they will run in Buchanan or Moserado, or whether they will run in Bomi or Riverside, or whether they will run anywhere, they try to save the money. 15 of the senators are running. 15. 15 of them running. It's bad for our country. It's bad for our people. Right now, it's just collect and go, carry, go, come and collect, take what you want to take and go. That's what's happening right now. Nobody care about oversight. Well, the 3 cardinal or something. You want to be senator, help me, Paul. Oversight and what?
Lawmaking representation.
Lawmaking and representation. Thank you. We'll consider you being a senator, Paul. Oversight, lawmaking. Okay, you got to put your hand there because somebody passed it. And representation. They are not representing the people's interest, so they're jumping from one county to another, from one district to another, because they are not representing the people's interest. Oversight on what? You spend 700,000 to go live in Hotel Buchanan. What law you are making? I mean, this is serious, my people. The people will ask them to pay. They will ask them to pay, and they will pay bigly. So I am seriously concerned that what we are saying and what we are doing, who's in charge? I'm going to say we'll pull this last one. I want to put this letter up. But you want to say something, Isaac? Anybody want 30 seconds? I know the first person I will say the 130 seconds, but he just spoke, so we're passing. We'll pass Fadiga. So let's go.
I will still talk.
Yeah, but you're talking about Fadiga, you know you're my brother. You're my junior brother. I love you to death. You know, I can never kick you away. Okay? Though you're opposition, we are the ruling party. I understand. Dr. Richardson, 30 seconds to you, please.
You know, I still am not understanding why we don't have a overall development plan for our country. You know, expand the road by 2 inches, 5 inches. You know, what does that mean? What is that good for when you have like over, you know, 50 trucks going up and down every day? So, I mean, it's just, I wish they could sit down and strategically plan and allow the people to be informed about how they're going to develop our country. How much money that are they getting? How they intend to spend the money that they're getting from Western Cluster on the country. You know, just every day they're back and forth. President says this, the minister said this. It's not looking good to me at all. They're not working in concert in order for anything. They said united, we stand, divided we fall. And that's what I'm seeing in the government right now. People are making different decisions that I don't think collectively is helping the country.
Thank you very much. Paul Kennedy, you want your 30 seconds?
The road through Todmont Borough affects me a lot. My farm is in Yaluntown, right behind Todmont Borough. It's a place they call Sawmill. I struggle on that road. I've changed 2 tires on that road because even the part that they are saying they're fixing, they cut the road and just put cross rock, and some of the cross rock so sharp that when you pass on it frequently, it spoils your tire. They need to do well. President Salif did not sign the Western Cluster Agreement for a reason. Snow then passed and convened Joy Weah, and they went ahead and signed it. They even waived $14 million.
That's
in
correct.
Snow argument on this forum, Snow said he was trying to bring job to the people because the social the social impact of the company concession operation in the Western cluster, in the Western region, was going to outweigh the waiver of the 14 million. But this is what we get. We get a deployed road that, killing people, spoiling things, and creating a lot of environmental hazard. The kind of dust that mining is creating in the Bomi region is too heavy for the people. I mean, you pass through Toma, bro, you see the dust all over the homes there. EPA needs to go there to figure out what's going on. I don't even know whether they're working in collaboration with Public Works as far as enforcing these things. But that road not going to be fixed because they got that amount of trucks running on the road on a regular basis is going to spoil the road totally. So, I'm waiting to see whether what's written on Public Works website will be actually implemented. And somebody tells me that they reviewed the contract, they've amended it, they made sure that everything is going to be operating in the interest of the Liberian people. I hope the legislature, with their oversight responsibility, make sure that the whole Western cluster feed to the fire so that they do not violate the rules and regulations of the terms of the contract. Thank you for the 30 seconds, Tender.
Yeah, thank you. Before we go to the other guys, let me show this real quick. Because we going down to the wire, folks, we want to say thank you for sharing the program and joining us today. We will leave all of you at 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, 11 p.m. Liberian time. I have to bring this to your attention. The Minister of Justice, read this letter, folks. It's interesting. Just information. Anything I get it to you, all right? My brother, Fadiga, he's not, he's hiding all the information because, he just want to be like that, but it's okay. I'm going to share everything I have by God's grace, share with you guys for us to make this country better. I don't know about this letter, but this letter said, Dear Honorable Broma Kamara, Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Broad Street, Monrovia. Dear Honorable Kamara, please accept our compliments and herewith submit our allotment request for the month of May 2024 for your approval in the amount of $183,399.32 for goods and services for the Ministry of Justice. I just want to share, whether it's good or bad, I just want to give you information. I want us to talk about it tomorrow. For the month, the Justice Ministry is big down. They cover different things. We have the entire breakdown. I will share the breakdown with you. But take this home as your homework. And ask yourself, is it enough? Is it less? Should they ask for more? Oswald Toy. It's Oswald Toy. He signed this letter, the minister. I mean, he's new to the ministry, but he's a veteran lawyer. He has his own law firm. He asked Broma Kamara to give him $183,399.32. Okay? I'm not saying I'm bringing you something new, but I'm saying that just watch. There's a reason why we're flagging this. There's a reason why we're bringing this up, because this is your network, all right? And whenever we see these things, we have to inform you because this is your network. Another document I want to bring up, and then we will stop sharing all of our documents with you guys, which is so important, folks. This document are coming up. Whenever I put the document up, Fadiga happy because he want to come and counter. But let me share this one with you guys. The 183,000 is very important. We got the breakdown. The people you say, why are they using the 183,000 for? But what about this one, folks? Fadiga took me off, but let me come back. What about this one? Real quick. We give our how you call it? Look at this one real quick. Look at this one. Is it in the chat room? Is it there? You guys have seen it, right? Because I love for you to have it before Fadiga tell me, say, I show you partial video. Nonsense. All right, so there we go. It's in the chat. Yeah, I got to share everything because this guy here, he wouldn't mention many things at tax center. That he wouldn't mention. Yes, the other info, inter-office memo. Councillor Massa Jaliba, Deputy Minister for Administration, from Councillor Charles D.F. Kamara II, Deputy Minister for Economic Affairs, May 27, 2024. We can read it. They are asking for 254,000. 254,000 for 1 year lease agreement for the Place of Justice Ministry building where they are. You think it's okay to you, my fellow Liberian, that today we should be talking about giving one family 254,000 for one building? Or can we build our own? Can Liberia build our own? Can Liberia get all of that lease agreement? 254,000. So I hope, Fadiga, you understanding this. We have received the below lease agreement submitted by GSA for use as head office for the Ministry of Justice, with which we consider to be satisfactory, adequate for the purpose consumer invasion. I think that's it. That is clear.
Yes.
Rafia Singh and Pramod Gawat, subleaser, and the government of Liberia through the General Services Agency, leasee, for use as head office for the Ministry of Justice, lying and situated on 14th Street, Payne Avenue, Single Monrovia, Liberia. The property is leased for a 1 year period running from January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024 in the sum of 254,000. I just want you to just...
Who is Raphael Singh and Pramod Gawat? Who are those two people?
They are the owners.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. But I just want my fellow Liberians to just enjoy this, right? Because when we find ourselves today, can we rescue the Justice Ministry from such agreement? Can we rescue the Justice Ministry from spending this money? Because there's a whole long big story behind this money, 254,000. If we can own it, do that which is right, and get involved. I mean, to tell you the truth, my fellow Liberian, there you have it. I got one more document to show because as Fadiga will attack me. So let's hear you, Asido, real quick, 37.
Not hearing him.
All right, I said, though you choose not to talk, let me pull the other document out. Down. I thought I said, though, all before we go to Fadiga.
He owns something else.
Yeah, I think his CDC people telling him what to say. All right. All right. Yeah, but
I'm a time to talk.
No, it's not your time. We pass you now.
No, you are calling my name. Why you be passing me?
Go back and see. But Dr. Richardson, you were asking question. Sublease agreement. Dr. Richardson, you were asking question. Sublease agreement. There you have it. You found these people information there, right? Some time ago, we talked about this thing during the CDC government, right? People were just like getting people involved in different status of lease agreement. The government would just pay. But look at this one. This agreement dated the 16th day of May 2024 by and between Rafa Singh and Pramod Gawat. There you go. Okay. Single Monrovia, Liberia, year after referred to as the subleaser, and the Liberian government represented by the Director General of the General Services Agency, year after referred to as leasee. Witness the rest of the information there. You can go ahead. I just decided to show you this form, folks. You have some good people waiting to help our country. A lot of good Liberians out there. What I have in my possession, all over, if we begin to show it, we either make Liberia better, or the people say, you know what, they just come after Stanton. But we'll try to do our best to make the country better. We'll try to do our best to help this government, this president, to elevate our country. Things need to change. We need to rescue our country. We really need to rescue our country. Right now, we are not. Not from where we sit. We are not rescuing our country. So you listen to us, my fellow Liberians in the radio land. The senators, they are messing up. Members of the executive messing up. Representatives. Yeah, we're just going to go in the closer. You incorporate everything, Sister Glennie. It's bad. I won't do my closing because I'm leaving in 1 minute, Glennie, and Dr. Richard saying, and you guys will take care. Just 7. It's bad for our country. We come here every evening to share information with y'all. We come here every evening to inform you. Some will play game because of party. But I belong to no political party. I'm for the Liberian people. Good, bad, or ugly, I'm for the Liberian people. Where we are today, we need to rescue our country. Lawmakers walking away with 13,000. They're laughing. The representative going for a retreat, they will spend over $1 million. They're laughing. It's good to be representative. It's good to be senator. All those that call themselves rescue senator, they're not talking. They will not talk because they came to rescue themselves. Those are the people that are making calculations after Joseph Boakai, who's next. They're putting their hand up. Those are people that are figuring where, which country, which county, which district, which continent they will be running next. They are not doing it for the interest of the Liberian people. Our country needs help. How can you walk away with 700,000 to go sit in a hotel and eat and lecture? 700,000? How can you take 200,000 from Western Cluster and Tabata and get different cover up bullet points and restore the permits after the president spoke that we need to close that place by fire, by force, through the legal means or not? Today we heard Americana submitted his report on Western Cluster, on MedTech and CTN. He had a lot of pushback today on that report. People that in Shrine, people that dare getting grease from MedTech. They say, oh, Americana, let's keep that thing for Monday. It's damaging, folks. The report is damaging. We're discussing them all. Where are we, my Liberian people? What's going on? How long can we sit back and wait? How long can we be the oppressed singer? How long will we say it's all well? How long will we say it's okay, the change will come? Oh, we just came in 1 day, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months coming next, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Let's sit down and wait, the change will come. Where are the signs and symptoms of the change that we're talking about? I still have hope. I still have hope, my people. Please do the same. You talk about rest, people say, but rest prayer in the market, is that nothing that others? You talk about rest, they say, oh, I in real life. No. And go to my Gibby, go to Buchanan, go to Bon County, go to Lofa and tell me how much rest price is. Everything that Kakalika. Everything that Kakalika, that Kale. I still believe in Joseph Boakai, though. That's why I fought for him. I said, trust his leadership. I think it's about time, man, getting closer, that you will see the real Joseph Boakai. I think it's about time, man, getting closer, that the right thing will be done. I think it's about time, man, getting closer, that one will say the real Joseph Boakai, please stand up. And you have President Joseph Yima Boakai. Everybody will cry every day, Stanton, calm down. Stanton, don't do this. Stanton, don't do that. I will say to you, I am who I am, and I will always be who I am. I'm not perfect, but we'll speak for the Liberian people. Some will take it, the majority will, and they will believe in our message. You are going to bed tonight hungry as I close from my end. No food. You are sleeping in dirty water because of the rain. No electricity.
Musa Benitez in your life.
No electricity. You are doing all this thing for what? And the senators, the ministers, you find some of them today in Boulevard Palace, in Royal Hotel. They are eating good food. They are not rescuing you. You find some government official ready to go to Mount Mary shop, ready to go to Calabash. They are not rescuing you. They have rescued themselves. When will they rescue you? When you cry, you speak, they give you small job. When you can't cause noise, they want to quiet you down. When will they rescue you? They have rescued themselves. They have rescued their children. They have rescued their family. They get gas in the car. They got securities. They live in a big fence. The rain didn't overpower them, no. They get air conditioning and they get electricity. Even if there's no LDC, the generator is running. 60 kV, 150 kV. Lights all over. You have turned up to be the good man, the Yabo, the May, the Seven. That's how they came to rescue you. They came to rescue you, some of them, to make you the domestic slave. They have rescued themselves, but not you. They're eating the best of food. While you're living on Pakana, you're living on Gari, you're living on cassava. You can't afford to buy a 25 kg for $19 or $19.50. But yet instead, they said they were going to rescue you. They have rescued themselves. After they have eaten and full, guess what? And maybe they will think about you. But right now, it's all about them. May the good Lord watch between me and thee, watch between our country, help save our country. As we believe in the leadership of Joseph Yeman Boaga and Jeremiah Pankung, that they can do the right thing, that they will bring in the right people. They will be able to rescue Mama Liberia from Mama Liberia. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all. I'm going to take this teaching of Bible study tonight.
Amen. Amen, Pastor. Amen.
On the goodness of our country.
Amen. Pastor.
Amen.
And this is exactly what we need to do every day. No favor, no sir, nothing.
But the president is a big on your church, you forgot?
Above all else, what we're going to do, we're going to thank Liberia, we're going to love Liberia, and together we're going to build Liberia. Have a good night.
So we closing, right?
Yeah, we're closing. I'm done. And
right,
that's what you said. I'm going to stay.
11 Liberia today are here on the show, and that's easy. Let me just close quick, my people are big.
The way for me backstage. That cannot close. I have an emergency. I have to go.
We want you to be talking. So let me just close.
I say in Big Miami, you got good internet. Let a man who got lesser internet than you.
That reason I tell you, 11 Liberia today. I reached today. I'm here on the show.
Thank you for coming on. At least you respect the show and love the show that much. I appreciate it.
Then don't move.
Don't take the man out of the show.
No, I'm trusting. I'm leaving, so let the guy leave. Listen, I'm leaving, let the guy leave. I'm trusting.
I said, Jack, go ahead, because I don't know what
something wrong with him. I mean, I've been a little tired today, I can tell you, but a lot of things in it. For the issue with Weston,
no, I got to go. Go ahead. You give me more chance.
After asking you, Toya.
Right. For the issue of Western Cluster, hey, listen, please, man, please cause around you understand something. The ego lender. So the issue of rent, that's why I've always said sometimes I'm between a stake on knowing exactly what our friends from the other side want. Just few days or weeks ago, we were beating on the Kyle for spending $160,000 for yearly rent, including security and everything, if you remember. Mm-hmm. Just 3 days ago. Today, $254,000, double. Like everything spoken against is happening today, double. These are the things that President Weah saw and thought we had to take Liberia from one state to another. That man started ensuring our money will not just go into rent. He went ahead with the NSA office building construction. They stopped paying rent. He went ahead with NPA office building. He went ahead with LRRC. He went ahead with LPRC. He went ahead with Maritime. He went ahead with NAFA. And they are also going ahead with NOCA and plenty other offices. This is leadership. That's what I've always said. I have seen the decision-making ability of President Weah, and that's why I will always be here to defend him, because I know what he did for this country. Yes, we have this sugar mixed with salt and pepper, then it tasting funny. Oh, damaged country thing from rescue, we can hear that one. But the real truth is, what that man did for our country cannot be repeated. And I've said it, I will honor this. If President Boakai will achieve 25% of what President Weah achieved by as evidence, roads, purple houses, market buildings, schools, offices, President Boakai will be turned by me as the best president to ever exist on the whole planet since God created this earth, because I know what I'm talking. That will not be. Fadiga, you can sing your song. I'll here to clap for you. Enjoy yourself.
You don't have to clap. The Liberian people will be clapping because based on the President wise decision, Liberians today still have jobs. Western Cluster. The thing here is not to destroy it, but to make it those concessions work. And contrary to what Stanton was saying, is that there was not just 200,000 go back to work. I like the sensation. I like how it makes fun headline. But the public work minister is a sound man, and no such thing happened. There were several stipulations that I want to give you the public some of those stipulations before I take my leave. In the Minister of Communication, they were supposed, Minister Giddens, before restoring the permit, they came to an understanding that the road will be widened by 5 meters with 2.5 meters on condition that they provide proof of contract. The government also told the mining company that there will be a reliable ton per truck, which will be 30 ton of payloads and 15 ton of empty weight of the truck. There will also be a weigh station built so that they can make sure that the truck there's something. They will not exceed over 125 trucks, with each truck bringing at least 2 loads per day. They also stipulated a lot of things too, that they shall install a weigh bridge. I just said that. The railway parallel to the Seaport Bridge will be fully maintained, and the maximum load on that bridge will be at least 48 tons. The various bridge components should be subject to concrete and steel tests, and the bridge should be fully rehabilitated and maintained. Additionally, the mandate carry out underwater investigation every 6 months to confirm the integrity of the structure. All steel members must be sand-based and painted with 3 layers of anti-corrosive paint and several other things. I don't even want to go to it. So we're not just one thing. When you have a responsible government, the president was very decisive. He said that Western Cluster have been grabbing and going and were damaging our roads. And he said, we'll put a stop to this. He put a stop to it. They went back on the drawing board. And in less than a few months, they are back operating on new condition. That is how responsible government do. And for us to say, oh, they're getting $200 in the code. No. And then someone say, oh, this got nothing to do with job. It's in the blueprint. So we need all the facts. Western Cluster, honestly, the easiest thing for President Boakai to do is to close that place, shut the key, and thousands of our fellow countrymen be on a job. Then how would they provide for the family? The president is a wise man. He's been around for a long time to understand that that shutting down a company just because of road was not just the solution, but he stopped the bleeding, went back to the drawing board. That is what we call decisive action. ASIC, that did not happen in the last 6 years. We gave monopoly to an Indian guy to bring steel in our country. We did a whole lot of things in this country for the last 6 years. And then you want to talk about government? Look, let me tell you something. I can tell you something. I still believe in the president. I know. Look, a lot of you will be shocked when the president starts to unveil his plan. There's some of the things that we have in the pipeline. We just talk about 285 trucks. They are coming to 30 minutes. We just talk about 200. Everybody going crazy because they know that it's the gold standard. Nobody has ever thought of that. And we know that it will alleviate some of our problems. So it's hard to say, but as the minority on the show, I will accept the beating. I will accept being marginalized, but I will not stop talking for the Liberian people because I believe that this government will succeed. I said, though, you can talk for the next 15 minutes. It won't change the fact.
So, good show. I think some of the information we shared today they were quite alarming. Talking about the retreat. But if there are rules and regulations that guides that process, I think the senators need to look into it because I think we need to be able to apportion finances or funds to where it's mostly needed. Having a retreat now so early in the government may not have been warranted. Like I said earlier, whatever it may be legal, it may be right, but it may not be expedient for the time. So that's something that they need to look at. And when you look at the fact that each senator received $13,000 for 4 days, that's like almost $3,300 a day. That's a lot. And I don't know what else. I don't know what could justify that amount of money for that, for stipend and whatever else. But I'm sure there will be more that we'll hear from it. We want to believe and trust the Senate will proceed accordingly and do things correctly. And when people have questions, those questions will be answered. I don't want to think that the public works minister was acting on his own with those things that happen. I still want to believe that there is a reason there. I don't think Roland Giddings can just get up and say, give us $200,000 and these things will be changed. I'm sure there are a lot of people that's involved. There are also Senator Snow and other people from Bomi County, from Papalu, that could have been involved in Bomi. So those things, I think, yes, we'll see it. It's alarming, but I want to believe that the government was involved. I'm sure President Boyka, as the leader leading the country, should be involved into what changed in the process and what happened. So I want to think that the decision made was not just made by Roland Giddings alone. I'm sure there were other people involved. But great show. It's great being here. And I already shared sentiments to my nephew who graduated. Tomorrow will be my daughter's birthday. So pre-happy birthday to my twin girls. We're excited. We're celebrating them. I want to thank God for their life and thank God for who they've become and who they will be. So happy birthday to my two beautiful daughters tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. Happy birthday to them. Mr. Kennedy?
Happy birthday to my cousins from Bapolu. And
thank God, they're not even yet to go into that story.
Well, that's going to be easy.
But I I'm always excited and feel privileged to be on Spoon Network. We are here to provide the information to the Liberian people. What they do with it at this point going forward, is their responsibility. I am worried about the roads going to Tottenham. They have allowed 125 trucks to plow that road with 45 tons each. That's when you multiply that by two trips a day, you're talking about 250 trucks per 45 tons. That's about 11,000 tons on that road. Except the bridges are built to the capacity to be able to hold that metric ton. The roads, I don't care, they build it in 3 months, it's going to spoil again. They got to have to build it again. Then in 4 or 5 months, it's going to spoil again. It's not going to be sustainable. So I'm looking forward to, having the government and the Western Cluster live up to the agreement, or it's going to be at the detriment of the people of the Western region. And I'm from Bapolu. So, that is going to affect me somehow, whether directly or indirectly, because I pass on that very road every time to go on my farm. Sometimes government needs to act not in desperation. While I agree that there's a need for our people to have this Western Cluster agreement so that people can get jobs, but it can also be at the detriment of the people. When the roads are bad, it takes you a longer travel time. It reduces the vehicle movement. Most of the people who used to have their car going to Tubmanburg don't go to Tubmanburg anymore because of the bad road conditions. That has an indirect cost. It's going to increase the cost of transportation going to Tubmanburg. When you have fewer cars going on that road, then you're going to have a lot of people riding motorcycles. Motorcycles are not the most, pliable object to ride. It risks you twice the extent of riding a motorcycle to go on the road than a car. So our lawmakers should be making laws, or should be providing oversights, or should be making sure that they are representing our people such that it benefits the people, not them. Then let me jump up to the $700,000 issue. $700,000 for 4 days. If you divide 700,000 per 4 days, you are talking about at least 170,000 a day. What kind of, for 30%? Let's say all 30 of them. Let's say all 30 of them were present and on time, right? And they were using 175,000 a day just to host the event. It's not a good deal for the Liberian people.
30 seconds was
it's not a good deal for the Liberian people. But again, Liberians are always in the habit of electing people, recircling politicians who are not in their interest. I always made a parable, Dr. Francine. If you sit in a 1-bedroom and in Liberia, if you in 1 bedroom and you peep into bed, when they carry you in 3 bedrooms, you'll stay peep into bed. If you have a bad reputation as a minister, you become a senator, you still carry that bad reputation there. But Liberian people will see that this minister has not done well as a minister, they will go and elect the person as a senator or representative and expect their life to change. Is not going to be possible. So I wish them the best, and I hope our lawmakers and our government can do things in the interest of our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. I want to just make a few points here so we can close and go home for the evening. I want to just thank all of the Liberians for watching us today. We are very grateful for Spoon. We can come here and provide information to you, and it's up to you to be conscientized as to what you need to do for your country. On Friday, this Friday, June 14th, we are going to be debuting Spoon Talk Business. Okay, that is a show that is going to be for business people only. If you have something to advertise, if you have a business that you want to talk about, if you have a business idea that you like to introduce to the Liberian people, that is the purpose of that show. It's an hour show. It's going to be debuting this Friday. I'm going to tell you more about it, about who's going to be coming on this Friday. We're going to have a fantastic show on Friday. Part of the agreement is that you're going to, as a business person who want to introduce your products or your service to Liberians, you're going to produce your flyer, your jingle to us. We're going to play that on Spoon, the beginning of the show or the end of the show. And then you're going to meet with, a producer and a Spoon panelist on Friday at 2:00, every Friday at 2:00. We always talk about the business sector thriving in our country, the economy of our country. So I wanted to sort of give the business people an opportunity for them to share their ideas and make money. We don't like to sort of integrate politics and business together. I don't think it's a good mix. So that's why we did the separation at this point. So I just wanted to say that. So I will see you here on Friday at 2:00 for us to do some business talk. Regarding the 700,000 that the Senate received for that retreat, I am begging them, and I'm begging the Liberian people, let them present a budget as to how to spend that money. If they're going to, because I know they're going to justify it. But once we see a budget and we know where the vision is for the country, then, maybe we'll be able to make a decision as if they were right or wrong for spending that money. But at this point, we don't have a budget. It seems to me that $700,000 is enough. You guys could have planned this barbecue somewhere. There's a lot of public spaces in Liberia. You could have, if you went there to just divide $13,000 among you, that's not a retreat. That's just an occasion to divide the money. Relating to the road in the Western Cluster, with the Western Cluster Mountain, I think Liberia, we work on a knee-jerk. It's a knee-jerk policy. I don't see any developmental, sustainable, overall plan for our country. Okay? The president went and saw the road. He got mad. And then all of a sudden, we have this knee-jerk reaction to fixing the road, adding, 2.5 meter, allowing certain amount of tons. Why didn't we do this early on? Why does it take the president getting mad before we revise MOUs and plans for Western Cluster? We should stop this because it's a reactive approach to developing our country. We need to have a proactive development sustainable plan in order for Liberia to move where it should be to the rest of the world, where the rest of the world is. I don't know much about the lease documentation that we saw today. We're going to talk more about it, so I'm going to hold my comments on that. But I want to end my thoughts today by just, again, voicing my opinion by congratulating Glendy's daughters. I know they're going to have a wonderful day, and again, we'll keep them in our prayers. And I'm thankful that you are happy for the woman that they are becoming. I also want to say congratulations to my last button on Joe Cook. I will not be here on Friday because it's her graduation from high school. Today she had her last lunch with her lunch crew at the dinner, and there was tears and crying, and I saw pictures of everybody crying because they're not going to gather again when they have lunch. So she's graduating Friday. That's my last baby. The house is getting close to be an empty nester. I don't know when they're all going to leave. But yeah, well, I don't think they're going to leave. I got 4 and stay here. So their dad got a big gun. So I mean, just say, got 4 guns. Yeah. But he got gun here. So anyway, guys, Liberians, thank you, and we'll see you guys again soon. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Welcome home.
Good night.
Go get some sleep.
Yeah, he said.